Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. How are we doing out there today? Hopefully well. It's good to see ya. We're back. Couple of days off. How is everybody doing, man? It's good to see ya. I just said that, didn't I? About a few days off and it's forgot out to stream. Welcome. So, we're going to check out a couple of videos today. I'm a little bit late. I do apologise. I've got some other stuff I had to get done today. But we're ready to go now. Gonna play some Wuthering Waves, continue on doing our thing, trying to get Camillia's sword, doing some of the events, finishing off some of that stuff as well, and just, you know, doing our thing. But we are going to react to some videos also. Guys, I did upload a video today as well. If you want to go check that out, it's very much appreciated. Show it some love. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of my recent videos as well. I've been trying to do, you know, some slightly different content to what we usually do. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that as well. How's the week been treating you so far? Alright, has it? Is it going alright? I'm happy now, though, because we're on Rosie's off Friday and Monday now, all the way up to Christmas. So, like, 3-day weeks, baby. I'm ready for it. Right, let's get things started, shall we? What's going on, guys? What's going on? Alright, man. So, big last few days for Wuthering Waves, hasn't it? We've had massive amounts of drip marketing, a deluge of marketing. Can we even call it drip marketing? We've saw the Rinascita trailer. You know, we've got some information, a little bit of information about Rinascita. We've saw character drip marketing. We've also saw, like, extra drip marketing for some characters. Kind of weird the way they've gone about it. I thought, after dropping the 5 characters, we might potentially see, like, each individual character fleshed out a little bit for each week, running up to, like, the new year, potentially. But they dropped more for Carlotta, and then more for Rochia, and then none today. So kind of weird the way they've gone about things. So I don't know if maybe they're going to leave it till next week and then drop some more, and I guess we'll see. It's kind of hard to, like, you know, you can't really set your clock or your watch by Kuro, can ya? Him like, right, we know there's going to be some drip marketing at this particular point. They just kind of go when they feel like it, don't they? Which obviously it's not the best sometimes, especially from a CC perspective, I guess, because you want to try and plan stuff around it more. Yeah, I think as well for the community, it's like they're so bipolar when it comes to drip marketing. What's going on, Just a Guy? Welcome to the stream. How is it going? Hopefully you can hear me all good as well, guys. Audio levels are okay. I might have to replace my mic. I've been having some mic issues the last few days and getting like a bit of crackling, and I can't figure out if it's not a driver issue. I've had this mic years on now. I did switch to a new mic, but that mic just wasn't the best, so I went back to this. I think it's just time to get a new mic, if I'm honest. I think it's time. It's a shame, because I think Rosie sorted me out my Crimbo presents. And I don't know, but I think potentially might have bought me a PS2, because like I kept talking about, man, there's like, I want to go back and play World Arms 2 on the hardware again, World Arms 3, sorry. So, and I know she was looking on online at some of them, so I think she might have got one of them. It's like, I'm like, nah, man, I wish I'd have mentioned a mic. But yeah, I might just grab one after the New Year. See how this goes. If it lasts out beyond Christmas, I might try and see if I get some in some deals, you know. But isn't like Black Friday coming up soon? Might be able to get myself some tech deals, aren't I? Not gonna lie, I'm so happy with Rinascita, Pizza Waves. Happy to see my country getting some love, and and a little I already saw a Venice Bridge, which is pretty big attraction there. That's cool then. Yeah, it obviously, I think it is always nice, isn't it, when your country and something you're a bit more familiar with get some representation in a video game. You know, it is dope. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for Rinascita as well. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to explore. I am going to do a video talking a little bit more about Rinascita, actually. Yo, what's going on, Neil? Welcome to the stream. I'm using the Elgato Wave 3. It's not too bad. I've got the Fuka installed and mounted, and yet to have the motivation to do anything with YT. Do it, bro. Do it. Do it. Make it happen. Let me know before you change your name as well. and I'll mod you just so I know when you come back with your new name. You don't have to stay mod because I know, like, I'm the same, I hate being mod. Just so I know it's you, you know what I mean? And then I can get used to that and I can look right. Because I'll forget. I'll forget. You'll mention it and I'll forget. And I'll be like, who's this fucking wanker talking to me like this? Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to Rinascita. I was going to make a video talking about, obviously, you know, the history of the word Rinascita, you know, the terminology, you know, the meanings behind the word, it then evolving into being used in terms of the Renaissance, and talking about, because some people have been complaining a little bit about the visual contrast of Rinascita compared to what we've seen in the game so far. And I was trying to explain to people before that the lament isn't this worldwide thing that hit the world all at the same time and everybody was hit in the same way. It's like it's happening repeatedly in some areas, and some areas have been hit harder. There's been bigger laments. There's been laments that keep going and going, isn't there? And I wanted to make a video talking about that, actually, about how Rinascita's like this nation in rebirth, renewal, you know, Renaissance. I don't know why I'm rolling my arse. So I wanted to make a video talking about that, actually, which hopefully I'll start maybe later or tomorrow. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who's watched my videos on Carlotta and Brant. I did watch Sid Neymar's video earlier while I was at the gym, and I must admit, he's right. He's definitely right when it comes to Brant. It's a cutlass. It's not a rapier. I don't know why I had rapier in my head. It is definitely a cutlass, because one, it's that symbolizes pirates a little bit more, even though I think he's part of a pirate troop and less of a pirate and more potentially a fool, maybe. But I think he was right in that it's probably going to be a broadblade, actually, thinking about it, because I couldn't see on the image myself. The sheath does seem to extend beyond his leg and out the image, which would make, you know, it be a broadblade. And even if it wasn't on the image like that, if it is going to be a cutlass, it would make more sense to be a broadblade, wouldn't it, really? So yeah, that was a good video from him, actually. Shout out to Sid Neymar as well. He actually commented on my videos. You know, not one to fangirl, but I just think he makes really good videos, and he actually said my video was a good video, so I was happy with that. It's not my forte. I'm trying to get better at doing that stuff, but I want to make more of that sort of content as well on the channel. But I did put up a reaction video today. You can go check that out, guys. We reacted to Solos's video talking about his Wuthering Waves on the verge of greatness. And, you know, I disagreed with him on some things, but I agreed with him on some other things as well. Also, I don't know if you noticed in the background, but of the Colada shot, you can see in the distance what seemed to be a seraph. Could be a sentinel, biblically accurate too. Oh, interesting. I'll have to have a look at that. So yeah, I wanted to make a video talking about Zanny as well, because there is the potential that she's linked to Colada. Some people saying potentially a sister, the first sister of the family, which definitely could be a thing, because she does seem to have the Montanelli crest on her timepiece, whatever it is. And the Montanelli crest in the game actually is the same as the Montanelli crest in real life, I think. If that's what it's based on. If you go to House of Names and you bring up the image for the Montanelli crest, I'm pretty sure the crest is kind of similar. Not exactly, you guys can't see that. Hold up, let me switch scenes and get OBS up so you guys can see this. So yeah, you can actually see, you know, the crest is somewhat similar. So, you know, there's the idea of her being a sister, or potentially, I'm thinking somebody who works for the family, i.e., like, you know, kind of like how Sanhua is for Jinxie, how you said, Neo. And she does look like she kind of is almost like head of security, almost, doesn't she? No, she's got the band on her arm. She's got like that little thing on this armor as well that seems to have a wire coming out. Like, could that be like some sort of communication device, you know, like security use? So yeah, I want to make a video talking about that as well, actually, about like Rinascita itself and potential links between Zanny and Carlotta, or just Zanny and the Montanelli family. Because Sid Neymar brought up a good point as well with the key on her ear. Could be like a ward key. And she deals with the financial stuff, but I'm thinking more as a ward for the family and protecting the daughters of the family, potentially, you know, because who knows what happened to the first daughter. We don't know. Maybe that she's been employed to make sure what happened to the first daughter doesn't happen to Carlotta. Although, you know, the first daughter might be just rocking around town, chilling out. You know, I don't know. But I like doing these videos anyway. So yeah, we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about Rinascita, you know, the origin of the word. It's linked to the Renaissance, how Rinascita itself is kind of like a renaissance of culture and everything. And, you know, there's a lot of links there. I definitely think they took a lot from the Renaissance and stuff in history as well. And it makes sense as well because, you know, they're coming out of the lament, post-lament, they're rebuilding society, and it looks like they're doing the best in that regard, doesn't it? Yo, what's going on, Side Beauty? Welcome to the stream. I know, yeah, bro. The thing is, anyway, I think it's going to be like a musket, which, you know, in essence, it'll probably work somewhat like a shotgun anyway. If in my head canon's correct. Obviously, we just don't know. You know, we don't even know whether it's going to work. Is it going to be part of an attack chain, skill, forte, ult, you know, outro, intro? It could be just used in that regard. But there is talk about her having like some kind of I think a domain expansion alteration kind of thing, and that might allow her to alter her weapons as well. If it's shotty, we cook as fuck. Even better if she has more than pistol, rifle, and I would like a shotty. I want it to just be like it's shot at pistols charging up. She switches to it. It's just like bam. Obviously, I was talking about afflictions in the video, which I think I'll go into it another video as well, to actually talking about afflictions in the game. Now, I know people have spoken about stuff like that in the game already, and you know, just elemental systems, and I want it to be a little bit, I don't want it to be like Genshin, because I've heard people saying, like, can we just have the elemental reaction like Genshin, because I think that was kind of in the game already. I'm talking about more of an elemental affliction, rather than a reaction, you know, not so much combining elements to get a reaction, more so stacking particular elements on top of each other. So, you know, you'd actually be using the same element, you know, so Glacio would be stacked upon Glacio to get the compounding benefits, like, you know what I mean, the potential debuffs on enemies, i.e. afflictions. But like, you know, we could that could be something that could be thrown into the new mode, couldn't it? You know, how they're testing things like Dreamlink. You know, why couldn't we have like afflictions and stuff tested in those sort of arenas? Everyone farming content for the announcement of 5 characters. Well, it's what it's all about, isn't he? Now, bro was given another reason to shit on Woo by Hoyo Shields. Bro, it's so warm in my room. Got the AC on, it don't seem to be doing shit. Seem to be doing shit. But yeah, you know, because I've seen some people talk, because I would like something like that, because I feel like in the game at the minute, don't you think that attributes don't really have much to them? They're just an extra damage, aren't they, really? They're just a different version of damage. But it's not really different, because it doesn't do anything different than normal damage. It's just that certain characters have a particular type of damage that might not have a resistance against a particular enemy. But then if you got an S6 character or something like S6 Jinsei, you'd be able to like go and fight an Aix like it's got no resistance anyway. So in effect, they really don't do much, do they? I feel like it would lend more reason to having particular echo sets as well if attribute damage actually was a bit more of a factor. You know, like I was thinking, like, you know, things like Havoc. What if they could like blind enemies in the sense that it gives a proc chance for them to miss an attack. You know, slows, freezes, dot damage from fusion, potential arc damage from electro. You know what I mean? Potentially getting AOE sort of stuff like that.
What? Kind of did we just become best friends? Yep.
Amanzi followed your channel.
Yo, Manzi, thanks for the follow. But we'll see. I know it won't be for everybody, but that's what it's all about, innit? You know, making some content that get some discussions on the go. I'm still trying to get out to the UL50s. I'm close halfway to UL55, so it takes, yeah, it does a little bit. It does. They could have made the gameplay more complex, but they chose to go the Genshin route and easy to understand. Yeah. Like I say, this is something that potentially could come later. And that's what I was mentioning in the video about potential, like, Gen 2 resonators. that they could implement those sort of things, but it's just it's got to be done right, you know. It's got to be done right. End of the day, just ideas to throw out there. A lot of them will be probably done, but I do like talking about that sort of stuff. So I'm thinking, you know what, we talk about it a lot in streams. Why not make some videos where we can actually engage with people, and if they think it's stupid, they can let me know. Because to be fair, I've said some stuff in some videos, and then people have come back with ideas, and I'm like, actually, I think that's better. What you just said's better. So I like those sort of videos because it gets people like, you know, actually thinking about it themselves as well. And a lot of you have got way better ideas than me. So that's why I like to put that sort of content out there. Oh, did you buy the podcast? Hey, you ain't free to play no more. One of us, one of us, one of us. Filthy pay pig. Filthy pay pig. That's what you are now. Dirty. Dirty. 2.0, yeah, second gen character, something in common like a PGR, they have a meter at the bottom of their, yeah, like, you know, like something that just adds that extra little bit of a layer to the combat, like, and, you know, can change the game up in a way that, like, and I feel like if you did that sort of stuff with attributes, you'd be giving new characters a specific kind of, I guess, mechanic, but it'd also benefit the other characters as well. And I feel like it'd just allow DPSs to be built a little bit differently rather than being like, right, it's all got to be crit damage and damage, which would still be important, but the attribute and the element itself would be a lot more important to get as well, wouldn't it? And I feel like it could build teams in a different way. So non-DPS characters would have a lot more on-field time because you'd be trying to like build around the attribute of that and making sure you've got as much on-field time for the attribute itself and trying to stack it and getting the debuffs and the afflictions, because not only am you getting a little bit more out of the attribute itself in regards to you know, the potential effect status that it's putting on an enemy, like potentially freezing smallers, slowing other enemies, but then you get that buff on the damage of the attribute itself. So using skills that have, like, you know, say a character's has, you know, a potential attack that's attribute based, you're going to be leaning into that a little bit more. I just think it'll just create different builds for characters as well. You'll be able to have different team comps rather than just the standard stuff we've got now. Yo, what's going on, Jamie? How you doing, buddy? Usually I'm free to play too, but we would deserve more. So step up and chose to spend, clearly don't spend. But yeah, that's it, innit? I'm like that. Like, for me, it's all about, if I feel like a game's worthy of me giving a little bit of cash towards it, that's the way I look at it as well. And obviously, if you really, because there is games where I've been playing, I'm like, I would love to get that. But if I don't enjoy the game enough, or I feel the game's kind of like got shitty devs, I'll skip it. But yeah, agree. She spends $120 on, there you go. You gotta work your angle, man. I've been seeing non-gacha players seeking PGR out of nowhere, but they don't like gacha games because like it's a reputation of squeezing out money. Yeah, that's it, innit, you know. That's why I think like games like Sword of Convalaria, when it initially went onto Steam, this is like the hurdle that some of these gacha games will have to overcome, but they'll overcome them. And that's all about how good the gameplay and the stories are that will make that, I think, isn't it? When that first went onto Steam, it was getting lambasted. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate ya. It was getting absolutely lambasted. And I think it was because a lot of people on Steam were seeing the game, being like, oh, look at this cool, like, pixel art game that kind of looks like it's a Final Fantasy Tactics kind of game. And then they're playing and they're like, wait a minute, this is a gacha game? And then it ultimately got, like, downvotes. But it's mostly positive now, because I think people have started to play the game, and there is a mode in that game where you don't have to touch gacha, and then there's a gacha mode, and I think people who've probably played the game for long enough have then happily spent on the game and been like, you know what, this isn't that bad after all. Because at the end of the day, like, some people do, like, this is why I was always like, I didn't have major problems with loot boxes. It was let me have to qualify that by saying some games did it worse, and it was a problem. But I never really have, especially in free-to-play games, I don't really have much of a problem in microtransactions, because at the end of the day, you ain't gonna buy it. You ain't, and I understand that that's not defensive, shitty gameplay systems that kind of push you to do it in a predatory sense. Like, I'm well aware of that, but at the end of the day, we're all able to go, you know what, I just didn't spend any, and I'll go play something else. But, like, you know, I think, you know, we're in a new world, aren't we, when it comes to games? I think a lot of us who've been gaming for a long time are used to box price games. And that's it. You buy a game, you complete it, you're done. That's it. Or you buy a game that's online, you maybe pay a subscription, you pay for an expansion, that kind of model. But we're in a different world now, aren't we? Where companies want to get games out for free, get as many people in. That's got to come with some trade-off. You know, it's just how they do it, isn't it? You have to grind PGR daily when they drop the double and triple patches. Yes, I am going to be doing some PGR probably next week now. I'm going to try and do a bunch of the patch this week, 1.4. Probably have a good grind on Friday. Get a bunch of that stuff out. Do some over the weekend, and then next week, hopefully, I'll be in a position where we can start smashing into some PGR. I'm probably going to have to open my wallet to get Camilleo's weapon because he don't want to give it me early. I don't know where I'm at the minute. I think I'm around about 40, 50 pity in, and he's just having none of it. So I'm going to have to open my wallet to get that because I do want to get Yinlin's weapon as well, and then we can wait then. And I'm just I can just sit back and try to stack some asteroids for the new patch. But that new patch is going to hit me like a fucking ton of bricks, man. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not at the same time because it's going to be rough on me. It's going to be rough. I'd revolve the D, but she'd just take it when I get tired. I'm good, Jamie, thank you. I'm kind of worried how the DMC community going to enjoy PGR because the early game is rough. Yeah, I think that's the thing with PGR, isn't it? Like, for me, I enjoy the game. It's that first, like, I feel like it's that first hour. That first hour is like, it is a bit jarring. Because obviously it's showing its age, you know, it's showing the fact that it feels like a mobile game in that first hour or so. It feels like a game that came out a few years on mobile as well, where it's like, especially coming off their other game, Wuthering Waves, it's like, damn, man, this is a little bit to get used to, but I'm glad I stuck with it because the game is really starting to get into its stride now, and the combat's fucking elegant. Yeah, it is one of those games that you just got to give it a chance. But, you know, there's a lot of people that won't do that, and I can't judge them for that. You know, I am one of those people that's like, it's up to a game to get you hooked right away. But I do think it is one of those games you should let it cook because you'll get something good out of it. Well, not everybody, but I think a lot of people will. PGR is unavailable on my Play Store, so I'm forced to be free to play. Upcoming patches are going to kill me. Is it not? Interesting. Excuse me, I've got the sniffles, man. In my opinion, games should be fun, no need to spend by default. Cut off for me as an example, you don't really need to spend, and they're generous, so even so I'm spending more, and I wish they added skins. They're coming. They're definitely coming. And I agree with that as well. End of the day, you know, majority of the free-to-play games that come out, you're going to be free to play on them unless you're super rich, you know what I mean? Majority of the games that I decide to play that are free, I'd say 9 out of 10 I don't spend on them, you know what I mean? Then there'll be that one that it's like I play and enjoy enough where I'm like, oh, I feel like I don't have to spend. And if I feel like I have to spend, I probably won't play that game much. But it's usually the games that make me want to spend, where you get a benefit from spending, but it doesn't push you into it, you know what I mean? I know, bro. Like, there's a part of me in my head, I'm just like, hopefully when they show off Carlotta's kit, yeah, it's shit. And the combat looks shit. And I'm like, yeah, another range character I can just skip, bro. But I've got a feeling it's not going to happen. You know? I'm going to see a kit and see a movie and be like, man, actual range character that looks fire. And she looks fire as well. I'm going to have to get it. I'm going to have to get her. The combat's really what got you into the game. What's that, Amanzi? Are we talking PGR or Wuthering Waves here? What's going on, Royley? Welcome. Shiz picks. I woke up yesterday feeling too light to suddenly have Camilla and a weapon. Listen, I'll have to ban you for that. Dude, I've got the worst luck on the weapon banners, man. Like, I'm always having to go hard freaking pity, and it's pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. Game's a wind-up merchant. Absolute wind-up merchant. Alright, should we get into it watching a couple of videos then, shall we? Alright, I haven't played Genshin Impact in PvP's on. PvP is on, boys and girls. The PvP is on. I returned to Genshin Impact after playing Wuthering Waves. Oof. I swap a preemptive like. This is from Diamond Fire 21. Well, let's see what he's got to say. After playing Wuthering Waves, returned to Genshin Impact. How How rough was it?
I haven't played Genshin Impact in over a year, and during my time away from the game, I visited countless other games like Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, and got heavily addicted to Wuthering Waves. It's almost as good as poker. But recently, the new 5.0 update released for Genshin Impact, and in an effort to rekindle my love for the game, I decided to return to it, seeing how it compares.
Pulled back in. They got him with the marketing. The marketing got him.
In 2020.
Man, it's been so long. I have still got to return to Genshin. It's going to happen. Like, I like Genshin. I just know I'm going to hate it going back, though. I just so used to that fluidity of WoW that it's going to be a harsh lesson, I think.
Or to my deepest addiction, Pinterest. These are going to be our objectives. Number 1, we're going to try to go for a character. Number 2, I want to go explore a
That's your first mistake. You're hoping you're actually going to get lucky on a banner. Okay.
little bit. I want to go to a new place that we haven't gone to before.
Second mistake. Right, he's going to get back into the Gamba. Oof, after Wuthering Waves. And exploration. Double oof. Like, because, you know, two of the things where Wuthering Waves drastically improved on is the gacha and the freaking traversal. So I feel like straight away this has the potential to be disastrous.
And I also want to go to the old places. All right, so
Okay.
I haven't played this game in a while, right? And there was this guy who I used to play with, like this random dude, and I haven't responded. Hold on. Okay, this is 2024. He sent this to me. I haven't communicated with him since August 2023. I haven't talked to him in a year. I just ran away, bro. What has he said? Come on, man. It's been 3 months. Who tells back?
Oh, shit. This dude's been waiting, man. Oh, man. Dude's down bad.
Who Tao came back? I've still been waiting. Please, man. Did you die? So, it's been months. I still miss you, bro. All right, later we'll send him a message. Maybe. Oh my gosh, he sent me a message. Bro.
Oh, my God. This dude was ready? What the hell? Man, this guy's got a stalker? For real?
Oh, I'm not caked up. Hold on. There we go. I never thought this day would come. Oh, this chat's so cool. Oh, bro. I'll send that one later. Oh, yo, he's watching the stream. Dude, we're on
Oh, is he live?
5.0.
Okay.
Dang. Last time I played was 3.0. Can I just claim all? I'm sorry. I didn't need to scream like that. Nah, bro. Nah. What?
Man, last time I played was, what, completion of Inazuma. It's been a while.
What happened, bro? What happened? What did I do? Was I really gone for that long? Is that just like a perk I get for like not playing the game? Honestly, I think that's
Right. Genshin, the game where you don't play, you might actually get some fucking currency.
It's a strat. You might get more primo gems just by like not playing the game.
The meta.
Okay, one takeaway that I immediately notice is, holy crap, these graphics are so much better than any other game I've played. Look at this. Yo, this is crazy. It never used to look this good. Honestly though, Genshin has gotten like so much time to be able to improve and make their game better. Wow, that looks so crazy.
I will say that about Genshin. It is a pretty game. It is. I think arguably, in my opinion, the character models in something like Wuthering Waves look better. But that's definitely a subjective opinion. It's perspective at the end of the day and preference. But like Wuthering Waves has a gorgeous art style. It's like a picture book world, isn't it? You know. Obviously, this is showing my age. It's going back to something like Final Fantasy IX, but that's what I always described that as. It was like this picture book world, like it's picturesque. It felt like an oil painting. Obviously, now it'd look like a disaster compared to modern games, but that's the kind of feel that Genshin gives to me. It's like an oil painting of a game.
So I honestly don't
Press
think
X
it's
to
like,
doubt.
that fair to compare to other games because it's just that polished. But I still think that the other games need to get their butts in gear because I am not playing Wuthering Waves like that. It's literally impossible. This game just looks so much better. Maybe the gameplay
Well, it looks so much better than Wuthering Waves. Okay. All right. That's a hot take.
isn't as good, but okay. Even the gameplay's not bad. Maybe I can't do my special tricks and stuff, but it's okay. I honestly feel like Genshin Impact has completely polished its world design, graphics, and optimization since its release almost 4 years ago.
Okay, I was going to say, let's not get carried away. That's good, but within 4 years, you'd at least expect that, you know? It'd be nice to not have the stamina of a 72-year-old asthmatic with one leg, But, you know, I digress.
In that span of time, it's been able to flesh out its world and create a horrifically long storyline that I'm still debating whether I want to start or not. In reality, you can't really compare this game to others like Honkai or Wuthering Waves, because the game is just so intrinsically different. It's been around for so much longer.
You know, I don't know about that. I think it's you know, I think if you're going to compare Genshin to any game, it's got to be WoW. I know people hate that, but it's got to be, hasn't it? You know what I mean? End of the day, they're the two most similar gacha games in terms of open world gacha games anyway, in my opinion. They just are, aren't they, really? You know, it's like looking at X-Defiant and COD and saying, like, X-Defiant's not like COD. It's not, but let's not pretend. You know, let's not pretend.
And therefore is just more polished in certain areas. My main problem with Wuthering Waves is that its graphics are comparable to Minecraft shaders at potato quality. You're better off playing Pocket Edition at that point. Diamond!
Hold up, what's bro playing? Wait a minute. What did my guy just say? What did he say?
And therefore is just more polished in certain areas. My
That's
main
fair.
problem with Wuthering Waves is that its graphics are comparable to Minecraft shaders at potato quality. You're better off playing.
I don't know. Maybe I've just got shit eyesight. Bro, I'm running the game on a 4090 and a 13900K, but I don't know, mate, it's been that long. You know, maybe I need to go back to make a gen. You know, maybe but in your head, I always feel like a game looks better in your head than what it does when you go back, you know what I mean? And then you go back and you're like, shit, man, this does not look like what I remembered. But in my head, I don't think that's right? I don't know. Maybe I need to go back, man. Maybe I'm tripping here.
Playing Pocket Edition at that point.
I think your bro's running it on a potato.
However, I know that the devs will polish the game's graphics and other blemishes. The game literally just released in May of this year and has gotten already some major improvements. And in the meantime, I kind of enjoy playing the already
Must admit, that does look gorgeous.
And I know for a fact that nostalgia.
I think like when he's talking about like the shades and stuff, maybe like in terms of like some of the textures in distant, I guess, foliage, I suppose maybe because of the art style of Genshin allows for that distance stuff to maybe look a little bit better out, like on the edge of the frame, I guess, in the distance. Said distance a lot then. Where maybe in WoW, not so much, potentially. I don't know though, man. Like I say, I need to go back because I feel like, I'm playing on a 1440p monitor, on a 1440p. I'm playing at max everything. And the game, I've never really looked to the distance and been like, ooh, that doesn't look great. We'll have a look in a bit, actually. We'll have a look.
Playing a big role here, but I also haven't played much of
Let
the
him
game,
cook.
as you'll see later in the video. Most players have gone to islands like Inazuma and are C6, level 90. On the other hand, I haven't even locked the teapot thing yet, or explored any of this area. The story of the game is also a mystery to me, as I have only gotten to the beginning of the lava art, where we meet that water dude. And yet, as I'm writing this script, I can't help but think,
Chase.
dang, I want a gold crit rate dreamless so bad. Oh, you know what the first thing I wanted to do was? I wanted to check out this new character that's been advertised everywhere. Okay, this is sick already. Why does she have a fish? What is this team setup? What the? Okay, so we're going for this character. What the heck, bro? Why does this look so good? It's beautiful. Oh, we can't dodge, can we? Oh, wait, I forgot.
I say though, man, when I got to look back to Genshin Combat, obviously, it's all subjective at the end of the day. But I just think major, like, I can't even say cap, because, like, obviously it's your opinion. But, when, like, and I get it, the elemental system is cool. It is. But when I'm talking about the actual combat itself, when it's going through the motions, man, it looks so freaking sluggish.
Forgot about Genshin's system and how it worked. You do this, and then I can switch to Sucrose and then do that to make more damage. Okay, hold on. Nah, chill, bro. Chill. Bro, okay. I see how it is. No, I see how it is. You have to be switching characters, don't you? I completely forgot how to play this game.
Did bro forget how to play fucking gacha games?
Hold on. I'm gonna have some fun with this. She can jump. Okay, we're definitely going for her then. Don't forget the free 5-star from events. Hold on. Oh, they gave me a free 4-star. Is this for this quest only though, or this is?
I quite like Lynette, actually. I do.
Permanent? If we're getting a permanent character, D-Luke would probably be the best one to get. It'd be an upgrade. I mean, Bennett's pretty.
Bro, I remember the days of thinking, Diluc was one of the most dope-looking characters. And then, like, now, dude just looks like a 12, 13-year-old boy cosplaying as a hero. Like, for real. Like, in-game.
Good already, though. We don't have a win character. Jean would be good as well. Yeah, let's do it.
D-Luke,
Yo, this party setup thing looks sick. Okay, they changed it up. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Let's change his sword. Maybe we have another sword for him. All right, he's pretty strong now. And he looks cool, too. Go to the arena. You know what? I said I wanted to explore. Let's go
Dilute
here.
age like
monsters.
milk.
I forgot we have to heal up. We also cannot run up this
Straight
wall.
up.
Oh, let's use Dilute. Dilute, come here, boy. Oh, he does damage. He does damage. I don't think he's meant for indoors, though. Bro, that's wild. We made it. There we go. Let's hop in that castle, actually.
One thing I will say, I'm just thinking then about like interior aspects, and I know it's not great for the camera angle, but I would like to see more of that in Wuthering Waves, actually. We don't really get much interior action, do we? Obviously, I know there's like, I guess, areas that are underground and such, like, you know, for quests and that. But I'm like talking like interiors of buildings. Like we only get really the Jinxie's, like, whatever you want to call it. Alice, whatever the frick, the magistrate building, you know what I mean? Like what other like buildings can you actually go into that actually have like you know, I'd like to see a little bit more of that. Hopefully we get that in I'm assuming inside Raguna, or what is it? Is it Raguna? It's Raguna, yeah, and it's in Rinascita, in terms of the, like, you know, the capital building, whatever it might be. We're probably going to be able to explore that, but I'd like to explore more, and I guess inside the Black Shores as well. We do, don't we? You know, we do inside the Black Shores as well. Yeah, true, Sid. Yeah, true, actually, as well, inside the academy also. But I'd like to see more places that we could actually get to explore. Yeah, definitely like that. I would. I can see there, though, for the camera angles. Not so good. Especially in combat.
There is in there. Oh, there's a big guard there. We can fight him. What is that? Was there nothing inside the castle? There was nothing.
Bro, I don't miss that, though. I don't miss that, climbing the wall like a baby crawling across the floor.
Inside the castle. It's just a scam. Like car insurance. This game is lacking some music right now. There we go. On cue, bro. That's crazy. Oh, there's some crooks. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I can... There we go. That was pretty cool. Oh, there's two bandits down there. Hold on. We're going to get the drop on him. Literally. Drop him
I do like the music in Genshin, though. Music is great.
We're in a new town. Actually, kind of looks like coal mines. What is down there, bro? 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. It's just going to bring us back up. That's it? That's all we get, bro? Really? Yo, there's a city over here. Hold on, maybe we take a slight detour. Oh, she's gonna become green now. I'm down with being green. Bro, she died. Crap, no, wait.
Again, though, like I say, there is something now. A lot of games try to replicate this sort of art style. Like Josh Strife Ace put up a picture on Twitter the other day of 4 different survival games that are kind of doing that sort of like what's the art? It like almost like a you know, like a plastic mold. So you know that like, you know, the characters almost look like they've got a plastic finish to them, like plasticine, I guess. And there were 4 different games, and it was so hard to differentiate between the games because they look so similar. But I will say though, there's a lot of games that have copied this style. I don't know, Genshin has took it from other games as well, but I do think this aesthetic is very nice. I think the Genshin art style is great, because that's one thing I'll always argue. A good art style is better than graphical fidelity in terms of longevity. You know, there's games that you can look back that are on PlayStation 1. Now, obviously, from a fidelity standpoint, they've got worse. But if the art style's like up to scratch, they still look good years later. Where, you know, super, I don't want to use the word realistic, but high fidelity games that are all about polygon count and all that sort of stuff look great when they come out, but they don't age half as well, in my opinion. And I think Genshin still looks amazing in some areas. It really does.
She's different now. She's green. What does green do? I'm so lost. What does green do? I hope it's good.
I appreciate you stopping by, Sid, man.
Right,
Hopefully you're doing well.
Use her ultimate now. Let's find something. That thing looks perfect. Am I healing? What am I doing? They're bound to add a new mechanic to get up things, right? They have to. There's no way. Level 35. Got a big chest. That's not what I meant. You know, this is actually pretty calming compared to the other games. And I kind of just like the exploration.
That's a good point, actually. That's true. That's absolute cap. The copium. Bro, it's relaxing to be able to crawl up the walls super slow. He's got to be joking, right?
Bro, mushrooms.
No, I don't think he was.
How about I escort both of you? My patrol route will pass through the village next. Okay, let's go. All right, we're gonna go to a village. Why does she walk like that, bro? What the heck? Is that one dance, bro? Is that one dance? What's it called? 10 hours? I think we dipping. Wuthering Waves isn't even 10 hours. The whole storyline is 6 hours, bro. What? This is a side quest.
Yeah, it's the yapping though, innit though, really. It's the yapping. It's like Wuthering Waves. Star Rail's been suffering from that a little bit, hasn't it? You know, these yap sessions elongating, you know, patches to the point where they're longer than like main game should be. It's a little bit too much, man.
I think what's more bizarre than this quest being 10 hours long is that Genshin has over 1,000
Farming
hours
until the
of
stamina
content.
runs out,
it's
for
honestly
real.
diabolical. But even though it has this amazing content in a vastly diverse world to support it, it lacks some key features that Wuthering Waves and other RPG games have, which just make combat and travel objectively better. In a total of 4 years,
Okay, all right, okay. I think he was just throwing a little bit of sarcasm in there because, yeah, I was gonna say, man, I can't be hearing that. Like, I'll accept the traversal in Genshin because it's calming. Which I guess it could be calming, but not for me. Definitely not when, definitely not when your stamina runs out on a cliff.
Spammy character switch combat. I would love to see switch attacks implemented in the game, as well as some other new features for upgrading weapons, like enchantments. I also believe counterattacks would heavily improve the plain combat style Genshin has, or maybe some gimmicks that will benefit all the characters, not just one. It truly feels like Genshin has mastered the gacha aspect of the game, because in order to obtain a new combat or travel experience,
it's not best for us, but it's definitely best for them, that's for sure.
You have to spend 50 hours collecting primos just so you can get a new 5-star.
Yes! Yes!
Which will then give you that experience. Should we even go to the city? I kind of want to go explore the city. It's very far away from the place we're supposed to be going, though. Let's just keep going to the place we're supposed to go. Yo, this place looks so creepy.
I think this is literally where I'll stop playing. Genshin on the way to Sumeru. I think I got to this area and I think then I started playing Star Rail way more. And then obviously, you know, I stopped playing Star Rail. Wuthering Waves came along and I haven't played Star Rail or Genshin now for quite some time.
They have some new mobs in this area. It's like very different. I've never seen any of these before. Yo.
I stopped playing Star Rail, I think, partway through Penacony.
This place is pretty sick. What the heck? Any hidden chests?
After what happens to Firefly?
Ashavan realm. Where are we going next? We're going to Unknown next. Oh, this music switch up was crazy. What is that thing? What are you? Oh, it's a mob. Oh, it's gonna get angry. I kind of don't want to kill it. Oh, well, at least we can take it to meat. Bro, these mushroom things are throwing...
That's how I feel about killing animals in Wuthering Waves. I'm like, you know what? Brother's gotta eat, man.
Me off. It feels like a whole new game when I get into this area. This game has honestly changed so much since I last played it. Oh no. What the heck is that? It's like a sandstorm place, bro. What? This place is crazy. What? When did they add sand dunes? I'm so lost. Are these Arabian people? Is that racist? Ah, I'll be fine. Oh, there's a castle down there. Another one over there. Oh, what is that? I want to fight that. There's two of them. This is not the Genshin Impact I remember. I'm not gonna lie. They have improved so much. Even just the clarity of the game is amazing. Okay, let's see how much farther.
Has this dude had LASIK? I think this dude's had LASIK surgery or something, you know, because, again, I ain't played for a while, so maybe, but I don't know. It looks kind of the same as what he did before, and that's not bad. That's definitely not bad, but what's this dude been playing, man? You know, like, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
Closing in pretty close. Oh, this is so sick. No way we make footprints in the sand, dude.
What's up, Spice?
That is so cool. And like, if we slide or something, it makes like, oh, this game is so cool. I don't know what people are talking about with this stupid Wuthering Waves. Bro, wait, Wuthering Waves is garbage. I can't even run it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Wuthering Waves is a good game. Well, at least for those who can run it. I swear I'm missing something, or the game is just like not made for 20 series GPUs. Because I have a 2080 and I can't even run the game. Every video I've made on the game has been in 40.
So I guess that's where like he's getting the issue in regards to when he was talking about like the visuals and the textures and stuff. I feel like a 2080 should be able to run the game though. Yeah, like, is this dude getting some bottlenecking on the other parts of his system? You know, I don't know, man. Obviously, like say, I'm running a 4090, so I don't like to compare my experience on a lot of games because it's quite a niche experience at the end of the day. But I feel like the game... What are the minimum requirements on PC for Wuthering Waves? I feel like a 2080 should be able to handle it, right?
45 FPS, scale it to 60. I honestly just want to know why, bro. Like, why me? Why me? Like, is anyone else having this problem? You know what? Surfing on
He's
this
not the only one though.
crazy.
He's not the only one though. Like, you know, I will say that Wuthering Waves has had its issues in regards to performance across, especially on mobile. This is why I was talking about when we was looking at that. I think, was it the Gaming on Phone Game Awards? Obviously, I know that's been dwarfed now by the Game Awards, obviously, because that's the big boy. But they were in regards to, I think it was a visual award, was it? They did say that, you know, performance would be taken into account, and that was where I was like, ooh, okay, that might be the thing that makes them lose that category, because if performance is being taken into account, the other games probably arguably have had better scenarios regarding performance since at launch. My Android runs better than my PC. I can run it on I have a 1660. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a 2080 should be able to run the game, right? Guys, let me know actually in the comments and in the chat as well. What are you running the game on, and how does it run for you?
That girl and surf on these sand dunes, I think I pay a premium. Just saying. However, Diamond Fire Incorporated isn't doing that well today, so at worst it could be like 300. Okay, yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll just do free to play. Desert.
It's easy in these high-end phones to even run, really.
See,
like, I'm really ignorant to the whole mobile system, because obviously I just don't really game on mobile, apart from, I guess, at the minute, I've been playing like a lot of Pokemon TCG. That's about it, you know, Hearthstone maybe. I just don't mobile game, so like I'm not, you know, I don't ever bother looking into it, like what's the landscape in regards to like performance and all that sort of stuff.
They say Chuck Norris, yeah, Chuck Norris and the aliens, they built that thing. Chuck Norris built the top and then the aliens built the bottom. Is it really gonna run me $300? I'd do it. If this video gets 10,000 likes, I'll spend $300 in this game, which is a lot because YouTube doesn't actually pay anything. I have 600 subs. Oh, we went to the ocean. I really like how they mix these biomes together. It went from like the sand to the beach. I do like the color palette on Genshin as well, though. That's why part of me, this is why I say I want to make a video talking about Rinascita and you know, this contrast compared to what we've seen in the game so far. Even though we've seen plenty of color and beauty, you know, this idea that, and I get why some people have issues with it, I understand it, but like where I'm happy to see it, because I do want to see an area of color, and hopefully we get some reasoning behind it as well, because like I say, looking into like the history of the word and the links to the Renaissance and all that sort of stuff, it makes sense for that's what, you know, what Rinascita is, this place of revival of Renaissance and rebirth. And you know, I do want to talk about that, because a lot of people have well, not a lot, but I've definitely seen some parts of the community, they're like, yeah man, I ain't a fan of this, you know, give me a bit more grittiness, which I'm definitely want to see. I'm happy to see some color. I am a fan of a bit of color, you know. Okay, this is pretty cool. We're almost there. No. Stop. You're joking, bro. No! Why? Why is that there? Why does this exist? Is this because of the event? I'm so stupid. Whoa, what is this place? Is this like a
that area is pretty.
Oh, there's a baby up there. Big Guy is his name. That's crazy. You know, they called me that too. Oh. Did I just become the... Oh, this is so sick. What is his quest? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay, I guess we can name him. I think Big Guy is a good name. Paimon's Predator is crazy. We're bringing him with us, right? Oh no, he's gone. No, it's fine. It's fine. What the? Oh, this is so cool. Where even am I, bro? What the heck is this place? Having a concert over there? Oh, yo, my fellow brethren, how are you doing?
See, like, from a visual standpoint, man, you know, I'm here for it. I am him. I'm here for it.
What's up, big guy? What's up, bro? How you doing? We made it. Wow, that's pretty cool. Wait, is this a new... It is a new one. Which one is this one? Pyro, let's go. Can we...
Like, actually, has he turned the contrast up on his video here a little bit? Or is this like... Because don't get me wrong, I know that it's bright and there's a lot of contrast, but like I feel like this is even more.
Resonate with it? Cannot resonate with Pyro. Okay. This place is crazy. There's dinosaurs. Let's go. Let's go. We've done all we wanted in life. I think it's time to wish. Let's try. Let's try. We literally
here we go.
A 10 pool.
Here we go.
Or not. It's okay. Skyrider's so...
That's the right attitude. When you're playing Genshin, you've got to be like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay, because otherwise you're going to be throwing yourself out your window.
Lord. A character, a new one, okay. That's pretty cool, actually. And this
I didn't even know she was a 4-star, actually.
Let's just wish these 3 wishes. Or 4 of them, actually. Alright. Nothing there. Nothing there. Yo, purple. Character, let's go. Okay, those were pretty good pulls. Well,
Yeah,
this is where
actually,
we started,
you know,
and this is where we're gonna end.
not too
Hopefully, I'll
shabby.
be back in a year. And no, I'm joking. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting nostalgia from the first time I played this game because of Mondstadt. I remember booting up the game for the first time and playing my first open world game. Up to that point, Minecraft had been the
I forget that sometimes, you know, man, to think that Genshin's your first open world game, but then I'm like, bro, I'm old, you know? Man, what was my first open world game? Shit. I was trying to think. Would it have been Fallout 3? It was genuinely a proper open world. I'm trying to think now. I'd say probably, yeah. It would be considered a fully open world game. Yeah, it probably was.
only thing similar to it. So it was a brand new experience for me.
It's true, you know, especially I think for a lot of people who when you get into a game heavy, there is that nostalgia. Going back can create sometimes it's for the memories, isn't it, rather than the game itself.
We fell in love with the game and played for hours every day. But eventually, I ran out of ways to make content out of it, so I opted to look for other games. The game at the time also felt really overwhelming, because I was extremely late to its release, and the story and map had already expanded so far. Now, I feel like I should have kept playing, because I wish I was caught up to the storyline, so that I can explore these new places as they release. However, I don't regret leaving, because I had a great time with Honkai Star Rail, Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero, despite my issues with it. That being said, I think I will return to Genshin Impact in the winter, or maybe whenever I have time, so I can catch up with the storyline, or maybe max out one of my characters, in hopes that new things will be added in the future.
Fuck, I hated that bastard mountain. I hated that mountain. God, the whole cold mechanic and everything. Oh man, I hated it.
I may be capping though. Mugen Project is looking like hard crack. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, I bet you'll enjoy this one, where I play the new anime game everyone was talking about. So yeah, I love you. Bye.
Okay, alright, yeah, good video that was actually. I enjoyed it. Hell, man. YouTube.
I haven't played Genshin Impact.
Again, I do want to go back to Genshin at some point. I'm just worried. The thing that's kind of like holding me back, one, it's time, because I've just got so much to do, and I'm playing a bunch of different gacha games as well, and all the other stuff as well. Just, you know, life in general, making it a little bit difficult. But I will admit, the traversal, it's the biggest factor that's holding me off going back, because Wuthering Waves now, for all its flaws, which it has many, the traversal, it's good, isn't it? You know, there is no denying it's good, it's fluid, it's free. You know, your verticality, your ability to get around, all that sort of stuff. It's really good, and it's not in Genshin. It's really not. And I know there's ways around it with particular characters, but it's not the same, is it? It's not the same, and it's been specific areas, and yeah, that's a big thing that's holding me off going back. But I will say, Genshin, it's a pretty game. It's a good game as well. I know it's a cool thing to shit on Genshin a lot, but let's not pretend the gacha space wouldn't be what it is today without Genshin. You know, we'd still have lots of gacha games, but I don't think we'd have half the quality we have now. I really do believe that. There's some games that would be still around, and some really good games as well. I'm not denying there wouldn't be games out there that'd be great. I just think it changed the space, and it blew it up. It expanded the game outside of the niche. It brought people in who never played gacha games. And if not for Genshin, I wouldn't have played Star Rail, I wouldn't have played Wuthering Waves, and I wouldn't have played all the other gacha games that I've played as well. So I am very appreciative of Genshin. He gave me some good times, and he's gave me plenty of other good times in other video games as well, man. So yeah, guys, check out Diamond Fire. I'm going to drop him a sub, actually. Seems like a chill dude, makes good content as well. Small channel for somebody who's making such quality content. Go show him some love, and yeah, man, let me know what you think as well. What's going on, Heckel? Welcome to the stream. Ooh, it doesn't take shit to run. I played on an old mobile on medium, no lag, stutter or whatsoever, unless my internet's going ham. Okay. On my PC, it's unplayable. On my Android, it's, yeah. Well, it's easy. Yeah. As long as people play on PC anyway. I think that's the case as well. R5 5600 GPU, 1660, 32 gig of RAM. Okay. Yeah, see, like, that's what I say, like, I don't like to talk about it. Well, obviously, it sounds like humble brag. But I mean, to talk about, like, comparison of my experience in games. Because, like I say, I'm on a 13900K. I'm on a 4090. You know, I've got high-speed freaking RAM. You know, so, like, I'm obviously, there's versions of my card that could get me potential more power, and there's the 14900K now, which really for the cost is not worth it. But you know, if you're talking about finite amounts, you can squeeze a little bit extra out of that as well. I could get a better motherboard, and I could get faster RAM or more of it. But like, I am playing games really as a in the highest, that like 1%, and plus I play all my games on 1440p anyway, which the 4090 is designed for 4K, so you know I can max the shit out of everything. It's like I never really get the proper experience that the average rig's getting. So like when a game's running fine for me, it doesn't mean it's running fine for everybody. At the end of the day, you don't even need to have the best rig. That's just PC gaming, innit? You know, the composition of your rig can be a major factor, bottlenecks, all that sort of stuff. You know, playing Genshin in 2024 is like getting post-nut clarity. I used to play Genshin so much, guess those times are not going to return. Yeah, nah, I'm good. Not going back to Genshin Impact unless a miracle happens. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. And I play Genshin Impact since that. That's the thing as well, isn't it? Like, when I say going back to Genshin, I'm not going to be going back to Genshin, if that makes sense. It's probably like, it's like, yeah, I'm meeting up with your ex for one night, and, I ain't going back. Like, I'd go back to play it a little bit, not just because I'm enjoying Wuthering Waves and other games, but there's just other games to play at the moment that I'd rather play, that respect my time a little bit more. And, if we're talking like open world gacha games, look at the horizon, man. There's some insane games coming over the next year or two, so there's really no reason to go back, if I'm honest. Genshin did the open world. Bakura is doing the combat now. I agree. I think when it comes to combat, I think it's the best. I think they're the best at it. I think Aether Gaze has got some really good combat. Solo Leveling Rise is alright action combat, but PGR and Wuthering Waves clears everything else. I think probably just behind that, in my opinion, it's probably Aether Gazer. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think they're taking it to another level when it comes to I think action combat games, unless they're doing something different, really got to look to what Kuro are doing and be like, right, that's the gold standard in terms of combat. Agree. Big agree. All right, let's have a look here then. Yeah, as well, I don't know if Sid's still in chat. Guys, you should check out Sid Neymar. Awesome content creator. We reacted to a few of his videos before. He makes like top tier lore content, actually. Really good stuff. Is my audio too much louder compared to Sonic's here? I'm happily going to play this today and probably play all day long and have an
Make more quests. Drop a story quest every single patch.
I suppose maybe a little bit, I guess. I ain't even biting with that because somebody commented saying your audio's louder. Fuck that. I've been getting people constantly telling me my audio's too quiet. I ain't listening no more. You guys are baiting me. I don't want to hear it. How's things anyway, those Stutzer? As you're laying devs to make something knowing they must be cooking something definitely good. Oh, we're talking about Premilia, yeah? Playing Genshin for the first time as an experience. It was. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I think for me, I think if your first open world game was Genshin, like that, guys, and I should imagine quite a lot of people as well, it's probably going to be a lot more impactful in your gaming journey. But as I say, I'm trying to think now, what was my first open world game? Truly open world. I think it probably was Fallout 3. And for me, Fallout 3 still has like a wow factor to it, in the sense that, like, I didn't play Fallout 1 and 2. I didn't really know about them either, actually. I remember seeing a trailer for Fallout 3 and I was like, damn, man, this game looks cool. and it was literally just like the cutscene, like going from the TV out of a blown out bus to like this wasteland, and I was like, dude, this game looks dark and gritty. I'm here for this. And I got the game, and I remember starting playing it, and obviously you start off in the vault, and I thought that was what the game was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a first-person shooter where you're spending all the time within the vaults. It was gonna be like a linear first-person shooter, because like that's what games were then. And the first time leaving the vault, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, literally, that was what was going on in my head. It was just amazing. Like, I can go to all these places, and that's like a gaming memory that sticks in my mind. So I can understand that, like, you know, if especially if, like I say, Genshin was your first open world game, I could imagine it having quite an imprint, you know, in your mind. Imprinting on you. How's things anyway? Those Stutzer, you good dude. What's going on with Blue Protocol? I thought the game was done. Oh, let's watch his video from Sticks. I'm curious.
So recently, Other Ways have released a ton of new stuff.
Kazahana, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? That was loud, bro. It scared the shit out of me as well. What did that play? Okay. Jeez. Getting jump scared by Kazahana. Yeah, Azure Premilia. Azure Premilia looks great. Gacha game used to be small waifu, whale, PvP games, and Genshin made the standards of an open world and Kuro doing combat, and they're the best city. Yeah, that's the thing, like, now. This is why, like, I have a lot of respect for Genshin Impact, because I feel like Genshin Impact turned gacha from a game to a genre. And I don't know gacha was a genre anyway, but what I mean by that is that before Genshin, gacha were, if you were playing a gacha game, and I say before Genshin because I know obviously what PGR came 2019, and I know Honkai Impact 3rd came before that, but it, like, you know, it brought more people to this, didn't it? And it changed the scene in this regard. And what I mean by that is that I've said it a few times that prior to that, a lot of gacha games were a store where you gambled on pretty much JPEGs to play small parts in a game. And it felt like it was 90% store, 10% game. You know what I mean? Now, I know that's not the case specifically, but, like, hear me out. And I feel like when Genshin came out, it changed things because you had this game that was, it was a game. You know what I mean? That for all intents and purposes, like, don't get me wrong, I know the gacha system kind of sucks in Genshin, and I know there's all these issues, but you were able to sit down and play a shit ton of content in Genshin without spending a penny if you wanted to. You know what I mean? You could play plenty, and there was a lot of game to experience, and I think that changed the space where other company was like, right, we've got to actually provide a game now, and then hopefully people will spend money because there's a game here to play, rather than being like, right, let's create a system where you have to spend money and then you can just progress because you're spending money kind of thing. And I think that's definitely been good for the space. I think it's been really good for the space. Hey, what's going on, Vez? Before Genshin, half the gachas I played were standard, 520 characters and auto battle. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. It really was like, there was like AFK games, weren't there, for the most part. And I know we still have those games, and there's always going to be a space for those sort of games as well, and a space for these games that, like, you know, are a lot less game to them. But I just feel like now we're going to see games like gacha games where, in essence, you know, the gacha will become a smaller and smaller part of it. It'll still be there, and it'll be the avenue for revenue, and it'll be a massive part of the game. But I just mean that, you know, you won't look at it in that same sense, is what I mean, in terms of perception, because it'll be like, man, this game looks fucking awesome. Look at the combat, look at the world, look at the story, look at the amount of stuff I've got to do here, and oh yeah, I can gamble on characters as well. All right, let's check out this video from Sticks. It's on his MMO Byte channel, talking about Blue Protocol. This was a game I was really looking forward to as well, and it's dead. So I don't know why we're getting an update on it. I know Blue Protocol, shit, I can't remember the name, was coming out from Tencent, but it was like a more mobile version. So let's have a look what he's got to say and see what it's about then.
As we all know, I've done multiple different videos on Blue Protocol, how it's ending, and how Tencent is
going to be developing and publishing the new Blue Protocol Star Resonance MMO.
Star Resonance, that's it. I was going to call it Star Seed, but then I was like, no, that's that other gacha game.
I thought it'd be nice to do one final video on Blue Protocol, and more specifically on Bandai Namco Online. The reason being, Blue Protocol is shutting down in January 20.
I'm genuinely gutted about that. I'm not going to lie, because I want a good anime MMO, you know? And I thought Blue Protocol was going to be that game, and evidently not.
25
Sucks.
officially in Japan. But more than that, Bandai Namco made a public statement on November 22nd that I feel like is more or less worth covering. So let's just jump straight into that. Bandai Namco Online is shut down after 16 years of operation.
I know they've been having money struggles.
On whether staff are going to be affected by this move. Bandai Namco is set to dissolve its subsidiary.
I'd imagine so. You know, even if it's not, you know, you've still got a job. I'd imagine it's going to affect them because they're not going to be doing that job. They're going to be moved somewhere, so it's definitely going to affect them. That's for sure.
Bandai Namco Online in April 2025. They're not just shutting down Blue Protocol. They're not just shutting down their MMO projects or their online projects. No, they are completely dissolving.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just a guy. It seems like everything Amazon touches in the game space just turns to absolute garbage. And that's somebody who's saying, I like New World, but they just don't seem to be able to handle and things, which I guess it's not a surprise because they're still new to game. But you just think with the resources they have that they'd be able to like get the right people in to make these sort of things work, and they just don't seem to get it.
The Bandai Namco Online subsidiary. The company said in its announcement that all the division's businesses would be moved under
I'm
the
surprised
wider
nobody's
Bandai Namco
bought up
umbrella.
Blue Protocol though.
So, all of the staff that are currently employed within the Bandai Namco Online subsidiary and the games themselves are going to be moved to different divisions, for better or for worse. And they don't confirm here that all the games are going to remain online. They don't.
Well, they've
confirm
still
here
got a
that
job, you know.
All the staff are going to retain their positions, or if some are
Oh,
going
maybe not
to
then.
be let go. There's no word on whether staff are going to be affected by this move. The Japanese firm has called it an absorption-type merger that will see Bandai Namco Entertainment
I know,
becoming...
isn't there like a culture? I forgot what it's called in Japan, because I don't know if it's like something to do with like the law or something, but it's like they're obviously if a company's shutting down, it's a different thing. But there's this like, I don't know if it's like a cultural thing or what. I'm not exactly sure, but I heard about it somewhere before. So obviously I'm just hearing this from somebody else. It might have even been from Sticks actually, where they don't like to get rid of people for whatever reason. Whether it's some legality, it's a financial impact, whatever it might be, a regulation thing, that they try and force people to quit from jobs by pushing people into basically a position in the company where they're doing nothing. So they'll come into the office every day and literally do nothing, and they'll even put them into rooms where they have nothing to do. Now, don't quote me on this. Obviously, I'm just going off what I've heard, and it like in the hope that these people will quit. Which is crazy when you think about it. I think in the West, there'll be a lot of people who'd love that. Like, yo, bro, I just get paid to sit in a room all day. You know, I'll sit on my phone, but there's a different culture and different people are different all over. Some people want to be able to work and want drive, don't they? But I just thought that was crazy, man. Like, you know, there'll be a lot of people in Britain who'd be like, hey, man, I'll stay here if you want to put me in a room all day and make me do nothing because I hate my job. I'll just sit around all day and get paid to do it.
The surviving company. Bandai Namco Entertainment will continue operating Bandai Namco Online's titles. Okay, so the online titles are still going to be published by Bandai Namco and probably continue to be developed by Bandai Namco, but I guess there are going to be different staff members in charge of this under different...
I guess it's like a SEO, isn't it, really? Sony Entertainment Online, how that kind of like got purged. It'll be like basically that, won't it, really? It means like probably a reduction in like the live service type of things and then controlling all that sort of infrastructure themselves.
Subsidiaries, including Idolish 7, SD Gundam Operations, and Gundam Tribe. Why would you, but like, are these even beneficial to them? Are they even financially successful enough to continue to keep online? Was Blue Protocol actually making less money than these three games? That is unreal.
I bet it costs more.
It'll also
I bet
assume
it costs
all
more.
customer contracts, receivables, and liabilities from Bandai Namco Online. Before we go any further, let me take a moment here to thank my incredible
Might not have
patrons
made
over on
as,
Patreon and my
might not be
YouTube
making
channel
as much,
members.
or I bet the cost
Allow
far
me to
less.
continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are phenomenal, and I can't thank you all enough for the support. Now let's keep talking. The company also announced that it will shut down Blue Protocol's Japanese servers in January 2025, which is
Message
like
me.
the most depressing confirmation we could have gotten for Blue Protocol. Now,
Yeah, dude, I was gutted about that because we got some information. It was like, oh, I think it's coming to global soon. And then within that same month, it was like, yeah, game's dead. Bro, messing with my emotions, man.
you know, we're shifting over the development to another part of our company under Bandai Namco Entertainment. Now we're just completely axing the game, but not the other games. The other games are fine, just Blue Protocol, and cancel its Western release entirely. Bandai Namco Online was established in
Well, that's what
2009.
I don't understand. Why Amazon? This is why I feel like you might be right, just a guy, because like, why didn't Amazon come in and just swoop up the IP if they were dropping it all together? Amazon have the resources to approach somebody like that. Namco, they're in Bandai Namco. They're in a position of weakness. They're struggling. Come in and get, strung on them and say, look, sell us the IP, man. We'll help you out here. We'll take it on. And we'll pay for the IP. We'll help you out a little bit, and we'll take it off your hands completely. I just don't know why that didn't happen. So like, I feel like somewhere in the background, Amazon like didn't help the situation at all. Because like I feel, and I guess I get it. It's an MMO. MMOs have become quite niche nowadays. But I feel like an anime MMO with really high quality gameplay, high polish. Throw in a gacha system if you want. I feel like that could have been a money maker, man.
With a focus on developing online titles like Dragon Ball Z, X Keeper Z,
Good point, Neil.
Gundam
True,
Evolution,
true.
and Blue Protocol. This merger is being carried out with the aim
Can
of
you react to
responding
Gacha
the
into
recent
it? Yeah,
changes in
yeah, I'll
the
check
gaming
him out.
environment and strengthening
I think I
the
might have watched a
business
video of his
system-
yesterday,
management
actually.
system, rather. The entire digital business read a statement from Bandai Namco. So they're claiming that the reason Blue Protocol failed is a change in the gaming environment. No. The reason Blue Protocol failed was because A, you released it in Japan and delayed the Western release by 2 years,
Didn't fix the bugs.
for far too long. B, you released a game that didn't have enough content to retain player attention long term. That is it. If you had a game that had enough content to make people want to log in every day,
This is why I say, obviously, I get it. I understand region locked launches sometimes, it makes sense, especially for small developers, we see it in the gacha space a lot, don't we? Games just coming out into China. I totally get that. Sometimes in Japan, I get it. I understand that, like, this is a small company getting the rights and dealing with all the international bodies and getting games out across the world is probably far more expensive than, releasing it into the domestic market. Totally get that. But I also think unless the game is fire and it's going to like do well in that region and then do, generate enough hype that the global starts to look at it and goes, we want this, and then you can release it. It's a risky play, isn't it? Like, I understand that if you can't do it, you can't do it, but it's that play of like, man, do we risk running into debt to potentially borrow money to get this out there, or work with other publishers, or just risk the game just dying because nobody cares about it? I think that's where Blue Protocol messed up, didn't they? I think they were creating something that in essence was good enough. If they'd have got working with somebody early on, they could have got that game out to global right away. And I believe, I'm not saying it would have been a runaway success, but that game wouldn't have ended service. It'd still be going now, because I think it would have done quite well in the West.
play, and you released this globally, there would have been millions of people playing it. That was not the case. Instead, you released in Japan only, and you had a game with barely any content whatsoever. Evidently, it was going to fail. This is not a result of the gaming environment changing. We, for the last 2, 5, 10 years, have wanted the same MMO. And we still do. We want a fun MMO that looks good, has a good, fun gameplay loop, that has a lot of content, that has us logging in regular.
Really, what, in the last, what, 10, well, not even 10 years now, it's stretching beyond 10 years, isn't it, really? Like, since World of Warcraft, what we've really had, in my opinion, that you could call, like, actual good MMOs, in my opinion anyway, it's probably Final Fantasy 14 and Guild Wars 2. Everything else has kind of just missed the mark for me.
Early to play. That is also not heavily pay to win. It's really not that hard to do. We'll continue to aim to provide
I think
high-quality
it is,
content
though,
that can be
actually.
played for a long time
I
and
think
deeply,
it is.
and diverse entertainment that exceeds the expectations of all fans. Yeah, that is evident by what you produced with Blue Protocol. Oh man, this is such a shame because Blue Protocol truly could have been something special. An anime MMO in this day and age. But unfortunately,
Would have been fire.
we got sheer incompetence from Bandai Namco Online, and there really isn't a whole lot to look forward to when it comes to anime MMOs anymore, now that Blue Protocol is essentially shut down as of January.
Well, it's not an MMO. What's that? That what's it game that we watched not long ago? I think that might be just more of a multiplayer gacha game, really. I don't know if it's like a full-fledged MMO.
2025.
Forgot what it was called
but
now.
I'm sure at some point,
We watched some gameplay of
maybe the
it.
Hoyo Honkai MMO might be
Kind of
something
like a
we
mix
can
between like
look
something like Genshin, Azure, Amelia, and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. What it's called now, though, man.
into that might potentially reinvigorate anime MMOs and more specifically MMOs in general. But there's very little that has been released. In
You know
any
what I think
capacity
will manage to
concerning
do
the
it?
Honkai MMO. So all we have to do right
I think
now
Hoyo. I
is
think
wait.
Hoyo.
This
Honestly, I
is
think the next
final
big
update for
anime MMO that's going to happen and probably do well, it's going to come from Hoyo. I think they're going to try and create a gacha game that's open world and that leans into the multiplayer aspect more. I think that's the next step for them. I do. I think like it'll be a spiritual successor in a sense to Genshin, but it'll be cross-platform. It'll be open world. It'll be multiplayer. It'll have a lot of MMO aspects to it. I think that's potentially the future. They've got the resources to make it happen. They've got the brand identity to drag people in, and I think they've got the development chops to make it happen as well. I do.
for Blue Protocol until Blue Protocol Star Resonance comes out. And even when it does, I think it's going to be more or less the like Terrace Land, but with a Blue Protocol skin. But
And that
I'm not
game
going
is
to judge it
shit.
until I see it and can play it. Either way, rip Blue Protocol. Hey you, where do you think you're going? Don't you close out of this tab. I didn't give you permission to do that. Sit your ass.
I know that Terra Fancy tried it and it just flopped. Well, I don't know if Terra Fancy necessarily was a flop, because it's done them well enough to be able to make enough money that they've been able to create Nevernis to Evernis, and it's still going now, isn't it? I think it was probably just seen as a flop from, I think maybe people in the Genshin side of things expecting it to be like Genshin. It could have done better. It definitely could have done better, yeah. I think it's a hard thing to make. I think MMOs are a lot harder than people give credit to make, especially nowadays when developers, it's not the same, are they? You know, the corporatization of gaming, which was inevitable. It's going to happen. I'm not like rallying against the inevitable, but just I think just the way businesses are set up now, they're just, I don't know if those people are there to create those sort of things. I think those sort of people are in indie development now who just don't have the resources to make their imagination manifest in that same sense, you know what I mean? And I just don't know if we'll ever get those sort of games anymore. Yeah, I'd say, like, I agree, you know, it had its problems, the power creep. They did a lot of stuff wrong, Connor did. They did. That's why I hope that with Nevernis to Evernis, they learned a lot of the, you know, they learned from all the mistakes. What am I looking at? Gacha Enjoyer. I'm sure I watched a video from this too. Yeah, I did. It's a smaller channel, yeah. Yeah. Is this who I'm looking at? So I watched a little bit of this video actually, I think. I wasn't sure if it was satire, like it was just on in the background. Remember when you used to actually get an actual finished game for $60, right? Them days are long gone. Long gone. Is this the one I'm looking at? Wuthering Waves caught copying again. Talking about the Grand Blue Fantasy thing. Let me have a look at these.
Kuro Games have once again crawled out of the dumpster to show what they have been copying.
Are these videos supposed to be satire or are they legit?
As usual, let's start with their latest character. You think the animation is cool, It is actually a low-effort copy straight from a random enemy from another game.
Wait. Wait. Hold up. I don't want to put sleep timer on. Yeah, it's exactly the same animation, that is. Exactly the same animation. Exposed.
In the developer's note, they show a low-quality GIF of some new mechanic. This is suspiciously similar to another game's animations. They probably think their players wouldn't notice. Which once again proves that they are incompetent to come up with something original. They have a patch cycle of 7 weeks, and this is what they come up with. Nothing original. Not even the animation.
You know what? I'll say that, like, obviously it is a bit like Grand Blue Fantasy Reeling, but okay. The animation, though, bro. The fuck?
As a matter of fact, there are better ways to present this tag team mechanic.
Okay. Yo, you know what? I gotta say, the chain ult the mechanic in Aether Gaze is fire. Absolutely fire. Bro, this music's fucking... Oh my god, I gotta mute you. It's killing me. They are fire, though. They are fire. Okay, so this guy's not necessarily like a Huyo guy. He's just a Wua hater, I guess, yeah. Right? Alright, let's have a look. I know I've seen this video from Ryuko Sensei, actually. I don't disagree with a lot of what he said, if I'm honest. I think he made some valid points. Dude brought the numbers as well. Dude brought receipts in regards to, like, the length of story in comparison to gameplay and such. You know, I can't really argue against it. Wuthering Waves sexual innuendos are borderline pornographic. What the fuck? Yo, these guys fucking... Yo,
we all know that Wuthering Waves is going full sexual on their designs and even in their story, and this is only about to get worse in 2.0 according to their latest news.
Okay, I think this dude's taking the piss, yeah. What the fuck? Okay, that does look like a toilet roll, though. Crystal dildo. A chastity chain. Oh.
From this official post,
okay,
you can see this symbol that represents the new region.
That's kind of funny.
It is obvious to everyone that they are referencing sexual lubricants, like these.
That's kind of funny still. Alright, I'll give him that.
So far,
that made me laugh.
Uwa have exposed cleavage, bare back, fully exposed side boobs, miniskirt, and a pose of them basically showing off their vagines. They even made the leggings translucent to show more skin, and enlarged the breasts to enhance sexual appeal. Both of them also happen to be in love with the main character and wants to sex them. It is clear that Wuthering Waves is leaning hard into selling sex, and in the upcoming patch they blatantly have a lubricating bottle of...
Bro. You know what? I like the way dude's brain works, man. He pulled that out of that. Okay.
Their symbol.
I was thinking like a lighthouse kind of thing.
Even showing that it will be another...
Okay, alright. We gotta be careful here. We're gonna get Kuro after us, guys. We're gonna get Kuro after us. These are okay, though, because we already know about this character.
Again. Looks like the next few months are gonna be fun.
Okay, alright. That was kind of funny. I'll give you that one. That was funny. Actually, I'm gonna do a video talking about... I have some images saved, actually. Where are they? Here we go. Yeah. Where I wanted to talk about the changes in resonators. I'm gonna make a video talking about this, actually. So look out for that. I don't know why that made me think about that, actually, then. I think it's because of the image of Carlotta. Oh, shit, bro. Sid Neymar going to retire after that kind of theory crafting for real. Dude's got the real shit right there. Oh, that old Ling Yang is horrendous. Yeah, with that, I'm on the fence. Like, it does look horrendous. It looks horrifying and looks like furry bait. But at the same time, though, I hate the new Ling Yang as well. So I'm like, no, man, you know? It's like, is it the lesser of two evils? Did we get the lesser of two evils? I don't know. Because, like, I hate Ling Yang. I've got an irrational hatred towards Ling Yang. And you know what I think it is? Hold up. Where is it? There we go. It's that. Bro, what are these trousers? What are these trousers? I hate them. What are these trousers? I don't know why. They anger me. Is that irrational? I think that's irrational. I think that's on me. I've got a problem. Those trousers piss me off. I've said it before. Dude looks like he's like an ABBA tribute band member. You know? He looks like he should be up in a dodgy freaking working man's club in the north of England doing an ABBA tribute band. Like, they're horrendous and they make me mad. They really make me mad. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's on me. It's clearly my problem. They're just trousers at the end of the day. But, like, you know. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I miss my furry boy. Now we can't get a full-on crocodilian resonator. I've been down for some mutated resonators. Well, I know he wasn't necessarily mutated in that sense. He came from being an animal, didn't he? But yeah, but I've definitely been down for some creatures. You know, they came straight out of the Cats musical fail attempt to join cinema. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair, actually. Yeah, neither are great, are they? Neither are great, to be fair. Like, let's be honest. You know, neither are great. White man discovers Chinese tradition colorized. At least now it's lookable, but I still don't want him to come into my account. Yeah, I'm glad I never got him. I still haven't got him. Like, I'm going to be mad. That might be the day I quit Wuthering Waves, when we pull Ling Yang. And the potential for it happening's coming up, because obviously Lumi comes out. I'm probably not going to get Lumi in the banners, because I'm just going to be pulling on Yinlin's weapon. So I'm going to pull on Lumi when she goes into the standard banner. I'm just saving my standard tides. I got a feeling he's going to come up in my fucking pulls. It's going to happen. Then I'll probably just have traditional uniform. Yeah, you know, it probably is. Like, you know, I've seen this not just even in like Chinese culture. I've seen this like many different cultures where it still annoys me. If I catch hating Lumi like this, I'm doxing you a little bit now, man. Lumi, enjoy her. Lumi, enjoy her. And expand more on the mutations they have in game, though. No, yes, I agree on that. Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see more of you know, mutations happening from resonance abilities or potential overclocking after effects. You know, people potentially like being brought back from the brink and changing. What are your theories, guys, as well, on the potential of? I don't think it's true, but. And it's probably just because we haven't seen the mark. But what are your reckonings on Zany potentially being a physical-based character? Zany, whatever you want to call it. Because you don't get any images of a tacit mark. Now, that's not to say it's not somewhere like on a back of a neck or wherever. Or like some people have been drawing with it on a tongue. Or potentially in her eyes or something, maybe. But I've heard some people talking about the potential of it being a physical base and it being a new element, if you will, being brought in that potentially, like, you know, doesn't have the negative of resistances from anybody, but then might be limited in some regard. Scottish. She's Scottish. I played the game. Yeah, man, I'm broke. I am broke. Still gonna try and get Carlotta and the Elf one in 2.3. So fast, I feel like I saved it for nothing. Tempted to get copies at this point, though. Yeah, man, I'm tempted to get copies of Camellia. They're good. Please don't make her a mommy character. Gauntlet. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? The fact that it doesn't show her having a weapon at all makes me think she's probably going to be a gauntlet user. Like, what do we reckon on characters? I think I agree with Sid Neymer. I think this is looking, you can see the blade now. I didn't notice this before. I don't know when I didn't notice that. I don't think it's a sword. I think the potential for a broad blade are probably more. So let's say broad blade. What do we reckon with Phoebe? Do you reckon she's like a rectifier user or potentially a sword user? I feel like she's a rectifier user. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe sword, rectifier, broad blade. What do we think? I'm thinking rectifier again. I guess maybe a sword, but again, no show of a weapon. I'm thinking rectifier just for the fact that she's got the box. I'm thinking we're gonna see it, like, you know, however a weapon's going to show off, but it's going to be based via a rectifier, and then, like, you've got a box with, what is this? Is this a ghost? Is it an apparition? Like, I was thinking, like, is the potential that she's got access to the Somme Noir via a box, potentially? And they're like dreams. You know, like she can bring forth, like, dreams incarnate almost. I'm just like, I've got nothing to prove this. I'm just literally going off, like, on a total assumption. Phoebe, sword user, sword K maybe. Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, it's, because, like, you know, this could be, it's probably a little bit thin, but, you know, could be like a little sword, couldn't he? Jellybean looking at. Phoebe looks interesting because if you look up a name in Greek mythology, it says interesting things. Like, yes, definitely. I might make a video talking about some of that sort of stuff as well. So I do like doing those sort of theory crafting videos. I want to do them a little bit different though, and like maybe concentrate around like the meanings of names and stuff and trying to link that sort of stuff rather than like looking into the depths of the game. If I can find stuff that I can connect together, I kind of like, you know, like I enjoyed doing that brand video, like, you know, basing things around his name and stuff like, and looking into that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm thinking gauntlets. Obviously we know, pistol user. I'm thinking rectifier. I'm guessing probably broad blade and sword. So if that's the case, then there's one for every weapon as well, isn't there? Then if we do go sword, broad blade, rectifier, gauntlet, pistols, that's all the weapons covered, isn't he? But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're not going to be like, you know, there's going to be like a 2 of 1 or something like that. You know, there could potentially be, you know, she could be a rectifier user as well. But I feel like she's a fighter, yeah? She just screams fighter, doesn't she? Do you know what I mean? You know, like Sid was talking about potentially her being maybe the first sister of the Montelli family, which is a good call. I'm thinking she's not, though, and she's more like a San Juan character. You know? Like she plays like a protector of the Montelli family name, of Carlotta. Potentially, we don't know. Maybe something happened to the first sister. You know, some people talking about the first sister could potentially be Frovlova. I think that's probably a reach, but still, it's not, you know, impossible, I guess. Zany definitely going, yeah, I think so, yeah. She looks feral. I definitely like the horn, so. She's got a tail as well, so like she's definitely mutated, hasn't she? I'm looking forward to that, man. I can't wait. The Sentinel behind Carlotta's shot is indeed a Seraphim. There might be, yeah, I think there probably will. Like, I think, you know, with the stuff in PGR, Kuro would definitely, you know, they definitely do look into like historical, mythological elements within different cultures to base the stuff. And we've seen it already, haven't we? In the game already. So it's not a far stretch to expect, you know, the I guess mythology of that region in real life to be used to base stuff off. I'm definitely down for that. Now the thing is, I like my character, but I don't have the asteroids backing it up. I'm with you there. I am with you there. Do you think the new area will be departure from the post-apocalyptic void, or is more foreshadowing? I don't know. It's hard to say, isn't it? Like, I have seen some imaging. I'm not going to go into it because it was leaks and Kuro haven't showed it off yet. But I've seen some imaging that, at least what I saw, definitely didn't look post-apocalyptic. And I saw something in the background as well. Until I want to speak about it in a video because it alludes to something else that we've heard might be happening. But obviously, once Kuro release all this stuff, we'll definitely talk about it in a video. But yeah, I don't know. I think there might be potential areas within Rinascita that might look like they're still affected by the lament. But I think in general, we're probably going to see a little bit less of a post-apocalyptic look just because of like things like the name, you know, Rinascita mean revival, rebirth, rejuvenation. You know, it became Renaissance as well. That's where the word Renaissance came from. So like, you know, this idea of like a new beginning, not just survival, but thriving, I think is going to be a big aspect. But that doesn't mean that just because it looks beautiful, it can't be dark, you know? Because I think that's one thing we do need to accept as well, that you know, there's what is it? There's darkness in beauty and beauty in darkness. And I think we can have an area that's like, there's a lot of fucked up shit going on. Might look really pretty, and that kind of adds like an extra level of coldness to it because it looks so sanitary, if you will, but it's like got some real dark undertones on the go. I just hope that Rover isn't the one that set up Rinascita. Dude, if that's the case, I am going to be so fucking pissed. People get on my back about having issues with that sort of stuff, but that better not be the case. Like, I like to think that potentially the Montelli family have something to do with the setup of Rinascita, just because of the word Montelli, the name diminutive of Monty. I think the name Montelli comes from an idea of a wooded upland, all that sort of stuff. So it makes me think that maybe the Montelli family had something to do in the early creation of Rinascita, or, you know, heavily involved in that part of it. Just for the fact that the city sits under a cliffside of what looks to be an upland, small mountain area kind of thing. It kind of almost makes sense that the family name's connected to the city itself, rather than just being a name. It just feels like there's too much there to be a coincidence, in my opinion. I'll have to make some kind of theatre, but like, you know, corruption things where on the outside looks like a happy place. Yeah, like, well, you know what I was thinking of? The game I'll go to. Oh shit, man, what's it called now? I've totally forgot what it's called. Set in England. Shit, what was it called now? We Happy Few. That was it. We Happy Few. Where like, obviously to be a different aspect, but you have this area that seems really happy, bright. It's a lovely place to live, but it's not, you know, everybody's taking pills to basically make them believe that it's all okay when actually it's decrepit, it's decaying, you know. It's not a nice place to live like. Now, I don't directly think it's going to be like that in Rinascita, but, you know, I just feel like the undertones of this place that's beautiful, but underneath there's some, you know, it's not such a great place to be, maybe, potentially. Whether that's via political means, you know, whether it's via something to do with the Sentinel, you know, I guess we'll see. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, CG. Because, like, I think that could, like, you know, it's like in nature, isn't it? The most dangerous things in nature typically are the most beautiful, aren't they? You know, when you look to like birds of prey and, you know, obviously I'm not looking for things like insects so much, but like, you know, lions, tigers, panthers, these animals that like absolutely look gorgeous, but they're deadly. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like that sort of juxtaposition of this place that's a jewel in itself, or maybe it's rotten to the core, like. Montelli is close to families that usually are not known for good stuff. Example, here there was the same thing, places owned by the mafia families, either that eventually got finally closed by the government. That's what I mean, yeah. And I think, you know, I think it would be remiss to think that Kuro don't look to that sort of stuff when they're creating this sort of stuff within the game. You know, obviously there'll be just throwaway stuff in the game where it's just like somebody came up with a name or something. I'm like, yeah, that'll work. But I feel like for mainstay parts of the game, especially when they're putting in drip marketing, because I think when games do this sort of stuff, more games, they're very particular in the stuff they're putting the drip marketing, aren't they? So people can actually look into things a little bit more. Well, that's what I tend to think anyway. So, you know, I definitely do think there's something going on with the old Montelli family name and that. Could be royalty, yeah. I'm thinking like, well, it says nobility, doesn't it? So if not royalty, potentially some kind of noble family, if they're not one of the leaders or the leading family of Rinascita, they're like one of the, you know, how you'd have lords back in the day, or like powerful families in city-states where it necessarily might not be ran by a king or a queen or an empress, but maybe like by or maybe not even a regent, but like I don't know what the word is exactly I'm looking for, but like a person that's the powerful person that's voted in by the powerful families, you know what I mean? And that's kind of how it works, that when that one passes, instead of passing on to their children, the powerful families get together and decide who will then take the seat of power in the city. And it could lead to that political intrigue of where you don't necessarily have somebody who's ruling the city by birth, but they have to please the ruling parties within the city, you know, and that adds that like political intrigue of like the person who's running the place. He's not really running the place because they've got to keep everybody happy. Yeah, like a baron, or I don't know. I have to look in. I'd have to like. I want to make some videos talking about all this stuff because I do like you know, thinking of the potential future stuff that could be coming to the game. The place does seem to have holy things. The highest ranking society, so nobles probably there's probably different powerful families. I'd imagine, of course, there is power struggle behind the stage. Yeah, I hope we have something like that. Now, I don't want them to get into too much. I don't want it to reflect too much on what's going on now. I don't think they will, because if it being a Chinese company, they won't fall into the traps that a lot of Western companies fall into. But yeah, I like political intrigue in fantasy universes. I do, especially if it's more about the fantasy world than trying to reflect exactly what's happening in our world nowadays. But taking stuff from our own history is a good start, definitely, because we've got some cool history as humans. I know we love to hide from it sometimes, societies, don't we? But like, there's some really interesting stuff that's happened throughout our history, and Europe and Italy as well is a hotbed for historical intrigue, political intrigue, you know, mythology, religious stuff. There's just so much stuff to pull from, isn't there? They've got a wealth of stuff to do, really. I do hope they have a power struggle behind the stages, for example, a family trying to oust some Montellis and such could be backed by, yes, yeah, definitely the Fraxidus could be in there, couldn't they? Like, kind of, basically, like, trying to fracture him, if you don't mind the pun, because, like, that seems to be, you know, they definitely have got, and I feel like the Fraxidus have got to be involved in Rinascita. One, because we know they're an important part, but they have got this idea of wanting resonance with resonators and tacits in a kind of specific way, don't they? And the fact that inside Rinascita, there is this where tacits talk, you know, echoes, you know, the idea that the land of tacit discords, the talk. What if there's something really dark behind that, where at first it's like, oh man, look at this place where humans kind of work alongside tacit discords, and it's all, you know, this is cool. In other places, you know, you've got to be wary of tacits. But what if it's much darker than that? What if potentially the tacits are being created? You know, they're taking people and creating tacit discords out of people and then using them for their own means, i.e., I don't know, whatever would push on their agenda. That'd be incredibly dark and I think kind of cool as well. And that could be a reason why the Fraxiters could be heavily involved, because, you know, their whole outlook on the world and this particular if this was the case within Rinascita, you know, in regards to them particular maybe creating tacits out of people and treating them in a way that, you know, you start meeting some tacits in the game and you're like, oh man, this is nice, man, look at this tacit discord that's talking potentially, and hey, this is all fluffy and happy, and then we find out, fuck, this ain't that good actually. You know, this was once Harry's uncle, and now he's a tacit cleaning out the dock. You know what I mean? I don't know. One day, Barry just up and left, and now this new tacit's freaking been hanging around. Seems to quite like us as well. Don't know why. Yeah, this is why, like, I think as well, you know, because there has been a lot of these talks about, I think Sid spoke about it, I've seen other people speaking about it as well, as potentially Scar maybe being a unnatural resonator as well, created, potentially, you know, and like some people talking about potentially being created from the resonance of Geshu Lin and, you know, stuff like that. It's like, you know, people connecting the tacit marks and thinking, well, maybe easy. I mean, it's like more likely that potentially that it maybe is an experiment of the Fraxidus. I better steal Lapland VA from Ark Knight so I can have her in Wua too, since she's used for the Italian version there. Okay. That's like some Liza P type shit. I like, man, it's like dark, and it's like, you know, it's where you can have like this. You can have like these really dark undertones that when you get to him, you're like, damn, that's kind of shocking. But you don't have to look at this bombed out place for it to feel dark. Because for me, like, 1.0 of Wuthering Waves wasn't necessarily, it had some dark undertones, but it wasn't dark. But it had areas that looked dark. How much of a, like I say, this juxtaposition would it be where we get to this place and it's like, wow, man, look how bright and pretty this is. And everybody's thinking, oh, this is going to be all happy go Larry, and then bang, you hit with these really dark storylines, and it's like, damn, man, this is messed up. This is. I think that'd be really cool. I do. I'd be so disappointed if Brad doesn't have an Italian or Spanish accent. Yeah, what do you reckon? Actually, with somebody like, because I do want to see sort of more European stuff, and hopefully we will see that in Rinascita. Definitely. I do hope we do see some like Italian, potentially French, you know, European type accent. Spanish would be great as well. I suppose as well, we don't need it because we've got some British accents already. They could go with a British accent with him being like a pirate troop. But yeah, I'd like to see I think a Spanish or Italian accent would be really cool, and I hope we do get to see some as well. I hope they don't shy away from that, and I'm confident they won't, because obviously we saw they're willing to let voice actors do things like how we've got with Lumi having a Scottish accent. That's great, that is. You know, might not be for everybody, but it's better, isn't it? It's more, I hate to use the word immersive because at the end of the day, it's a gacha game. There's plenty of things to pull you out of immersion, but like, you know, I hate it when games are all just like they've got the standard American VA. And I think as well, in fantasy universes, personally, I might be biased because I'm British. You know, I just think fantasy universes sound better when they've got British and European accents, because it just seems better, doesn't it? Because that's what you connect, you know? And I know it's a fantasy world, it's not how it's supposed to work, but still, you know, when you're seeing like, you know, I don't know, let's just like say the orcs in Lord of the Rings having that like sort of southern British accent. It'd be kind of weird if they talk like Americans, wouldn't it? It'd kind of pull you out of it. So like, you know, hearing some Spanish, French, Italian, you know, German, just European accents in general will be really good for the area. I think you lose a little. And I'm not saying I don't want to see American VAs. Definitely I do, because there's some really good American VAs. But I do like the fact that Wuthering Waves is definitely willing to mix it up a little bit. You know, I like when getting the American accents, British accents, and hopefully now we start to see some European accents as well. Yeah, I agree with that. I think they will. They're a Chinese company, so I think if they do politics, it's going to be fantasy politics, and it's probably going to be reflective of potential historical things and not get into the stuff that a lot of, Western games tend to do. They fall into that pit of, well, this is happening in our real world, so let's make it really obvious that we're talking about that, but we're not actually mentioning. You know, they're just so on the nose nowadays, where it's just like, come on, bro, you know. Like, you really didn't do that very well at all. You're not very subtle. It's so on the nose, and it just doesn't work, you know? You've got this, especially, like, in games where, I think they did it in Veil God. I haven't played it, and I'm hearing from other people, but they've, like, used modern slang, which, in a fantasy game, do you really want to hear people using modern slang? That's, like, a right jarring thing for me, you know? Just imagine you're playing in this fantasy world. And go back to something like Lord of the Rings. Somebody's like, no cap. You're like, what the fuck? You know? It wouldn't be good. I don't understand. I'm American. Yeah. All right. Should we? Have I got any videos to watch here? Right, let's jump into the game. All right, let's watch this one video from Stixen, and then we're going to get into it, because it is nearly 3 o'clock.
Hey, my name is Stixen. Welcome.
My headset switched off. I've been yapping for that long. I do apologise. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And like, I'm not even one, you know, some people are literally like, I don't want any politics in my games at all. It's all contextual. Like, if I'm playing a fantasy game, I'm happy to have politics in it that reflect the world I'm living in, or that I'm supposed to be in, you know what I mean? I'm cool with that, because it makes the world have more depth. Of course, there's going to be political stuff going on. It's supposed to be a real world in essence. And I'm okay with real world type stuff as well being reflected in a game, if that's what the game's trying to do, you know? Like, look at something like Metal Gear Solid. Makes sense to have sort of more contemporary stuff in a game like that, doesn't it? Because, you know, you've got this game that's supposed to be set in a divergent world of our own, to have real life stuff added into it. And it adds that, like, intrigue to the game. Yeah, I don't want to be running around a fantasy city and hearing about shit that we know what's happening. And it's like, come on, bro, I'm here to ignore that, man. I don't want to hear that. I'll play that particular game if I want to hear that. Not for my fantasy stuff, anyway. All right, let's check out this video then from Stixen, shall we? Unbelievable news, Wuthering Waves, Project Mugen, Punishing Grey Raven, Nikkei, and Infinity and Nikki. Let's have a look, and then we're getting into the game.
Welcome back to your weekly Gacha recap, a video series where I go over the latest news, pre-registrations, test phases, new releases, juicy
showing
drama,
off
everything that happened in the Gacha genre
fair?
over the course of the last week in one easy-to-digest format. Hey, if you weren't already aware, I have a Gacha review channel called Stix Players.
Massive props to Stixo, man. He's lost so much weight.
If you weren't already, consider subscribing to that channel, hitting a little bell notification. That way
it's
you remain up
impressive.
to date with every single thing that I post, and I post every Sunday. We have a lot to talk about, so let's just go ahead and jump right in.
All right, let's go. A bit of Gacha news. See what's coming up.
Sega has officially registered the Persona5X.com domain. This is
What's this
the
for global?
global
Finally.
Persona 5, the Phantom X website. The global version of the game is therefore
what's up,
very
cheese?
close to being announced. This is big news because, I mean, up until this point, there wasn't really anything official. We still don't have a confirmation yet.
Yeah, we're going to be checking this out whenever the frick it comes out.
Of any kind of release window, but this is good enough. 2 days ago, Arknights and Limbus Company announced that they were going to be holding a collaborative event scheduled for 2025.
Still yet to play Limbus Company.
Is my second favorite gacha game of all time. Limbus Company was admittedly a very messed up, very dark, very difficult gacha game that I also very thoroughly enjoyed. I didn't play too much of it because it was very difficult. So
I got that shit installed and I still haven't played it. I've heard so many good things about Limbus Company.
It is interesting seeing these two games come together. I'm not sure what form this is going to take, but I am all for it. Hoyo announced that they're going to be giving away a free 5-star standard selector.
Okay.
You're going to be able to select between Bronya, Bailu, Clara, Yanying.
See, I didn't know about these because I know the drip marketing came out, didn't it, for the new update on Star Rail. I've been out of it, so I didn't know about these. Well, that's cool.
Welt, Depard, and Himiko, which
I do
I'm
love
gonna
my
be on the
boy
fence
Jeffy.
about because I actually quit the game before I finished 1.0 and never got
Damn.
Bronya. I never got Himiko. So I'm kind of I'm considering coming back just so I can pull for one of them and obtain one of them. Unveil the World is a brand new upcoming Japanese gacha game. They've opened pre-registration for a test phase that is coming. Other than that, I really know absolutely nothing about it. I haven't been able to find game.
Which Japanese gacha games are doing really well? Because it seems like inside of like, well, at least in the gacha space anyway, the Chinese have really cornered the market over the Japanese, haven't they? You know, they've got so far ahead in comparison.
Gameplay, I haven't been able to find any kind of real footage pertaining to the game, but at the same time, like, Japanese gacha games are not very good, but they're also not very common. So getting a new Japanese gacha game and being able to play it is always a plus. Nikkei rolled out just a couple days ago their Secret Garden event. This launched on the 21st. Features a new character. This is a character I'm actually not at all interested in. I core 5 my Cinderella. I obtained Grave. I have absolutely no intention of spending anything until like the half anniversary event or the anniversary event or whatever's coming at the end of this year.
Yeah, I didn't get
Girls
Cinderella.
Frontline 2 can now be pre-registered for on Steam.
Yes, actually, we're going to do that today. I am very much looking forward to this game. I hope this game it lives up to what I want it to be, because I'm looking forward to this. When I first saw it, wasn't bothered. It's become one of my most anticipated gacha games now. This has actually, and we've only got till what? We've got just over a week, I think. Now, I mean, was it the 3rd of December? I think it comes out.
Steam. They also announced that the game is officially launching on December
there you go.
3rd.
Let's
I'm going to be
go.
streaming this. They're actually sponsoring me to stream this and to do another dedicated video on it. So I strongly urge you to come on over and watch me when I do. If you're interested in my general thoughts on it, I have a dedicated video of this up that you can check out. Path to Nowhere is, for the first time in over a year, getting a brand new main story update, and people are ecstatic. I played Path to Nowhere recently for an episode of my Worst Gacha Ever series, and my god, did it blow my mind. It was so much better than I thought it was going to be. I cannot express how important a new
Is this any good, guys?
main story update chapter is, how imperative it is for the game's continued growth and success due to the state that it has been in. Madoka Magica, Magia, etc. was delayed. They have...
What, bro? Voila, Madoka Magica, etc. I think they delayed it because of how much the fucking, you know, every time they had to say the name to each other, it put on a freaking month of development time. What the fuck is that name, bro?
Announced publicly that the game has been delayed into spring 2025. I don't know why they
It's
changed
Madoka,
it from at
yeah?
some point
It's
in
Madoka.
2024, other than the fact that it just really wasn't ready. I think they held a
Madoka
test phase,
Magica.
so that was probably
What
made
the fuck?
apparent during that phase. Before we go any further, let me take a moment here to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are phenomenal, and I can't thank you all enough for the support. Now let's keep talking. Codename Cedar has officially opened test recruitment. The test phase specifically is going to happen on December 7th and last through December 13th. That's a 6-day window. I was actually very curious about this game. It's like a Russian gacha game that is, or it's a Chinese gacha game set in
Money
Russia.
don't jiggle jiggle, it falls. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure, and make me wanna dribble dribble. You know, riding in my Fiat, you really have to see it.
The brother
Yo.
Cheese gifted 1 subscriptions.
Cheese, gifting the subs, bro. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. You're an absolute legend, dude. Absolute legend. Thank you very much for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Magica Madoka is a gacha game, evidently, but it's been delayed. I guess it's because the name's super long, bro. Is that gone to Jamie? Yo, thank you very much, Cheese. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Hell nah, bro. I ain't playing a game where there's a grooming magical cat in it.
To actually conceptualize and then put this into, or
I ain't playing that because I ain't dealing with the name,
in
bro.
reality. Wuthering Waves held what is probably the biggest marketing campaign of
Appreciate the love though, dude.
Entire year. Not only did they announce the Rinascita region.
Obviously, I haven't been following Star Rail, but like I feel like the Wuthering Waves news kind of like outshone Star Rail. Like, am I tripping? Is it because of like the people who I interact with online? I just feel like it's probably just because of that, but like I feel like it kind of stole some of Star Rail's shine. I do.
Not only did they confirm on January 2nd, 2025, the game is launching onto the PlayStation 5, but they rolled out 5 new characters. They announced 5 new characters. Phoebe, who has amassed 41,000 likes and 1.3 million views thus far. Brand, which has amassed 62,000 likes and 2.2 million views.
I think the favourites are Brand and Zanny, aren't they? I don't know about the numbers, actually. We were looking at these earlier. I didn't even pay attention. But I feel like the general consensus is Zanny and then Brandt is the favourites. For me, it's Carlotta and then Brandt. I really like Phoebe as well, man.
This is global alone. The numbers are doubled in Japan and then in China. This actually is one of the most popular characters in all of Wuthering Waves as of this point.
Yeah, dude looks badass, man.
Who has 36,000 likes and 1 million views. The most popular character, which is also the character I'm most excited for, Zanny, who has 69,000 likes and 3.2 million views. She's also managed to generate a lot of fan art.
This is what, do you know what? I'm cooking up a conspiracy theory. I initially talked about the drip marketing, right? And I was like, the way they've done things, they've shown us 5 characters, okay? They've potentially got now the ability to do a couple of drops each week for the next, like, 5 weeks, where we got Carlotta a little bit of extra verse first. We could have got a backstory. We could have got, like, a kit breakdown and potentially maybe something else, right? I guess the kit breakdown come closer to banners, which makes sense, but I thought they were going to do that we get more Carlotta stuff, and then the next character would get a little bit more stuff, and then, you know, they'd do it like that. But they didn't. They dropped more Carlotta stuff, and then they went straight on to Rochia. And I was expecting today we would have had another character, but we didn't. And that's kind of weird. It's like, Kuro were like, then you can't set your watch by them. But hear me out, I'm cooking up some wild shit here. What if she was supposed to be a 4-star and now they're all hands on deck, they're changing her to a 5-star? Because everybody, the internet's gone wild with her. Then they might all be 5 stars. But you know what I mean? I'm thinking, they put her out as a 4-star and then everybody started thirsting over her and they were like, shit, fuck this, pause the drip marketing, she needs to be a 5-star, turn the numbers up, we've got to switch it up, like, you know what I mean? Because when you see like Lumi, you know, Lumi could easily be a 5-star, couldn't she, when you look at her animations? If she came out as a 5-star, you'd be like, yeah, looks good to me. And I feel like, you know, Wuthering Waves are in that position where the characters, their combat and animations probably look good enough to go into 5 stars anyway. So like they could make that tweak on the fly. Total conspiracy theory, like I'm just pulling that out my arse, but I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Across Twitter recently. And then finally, Carlotta, who everyone thought was going to be the character that
probably on the first 2.0 banner would be just Rochia and Carlotta. That's a good point. It could be that. But I just feel like there's been no like actual what's it as that. There's been no rhyme or reason to the obviously I know the videos could be the proof. And that's I can't agree. I can't argue with it. But like we got the what's it's where are they? Where's the post? Here we go. This is the order that came out in, isn't it? 3:15. I think it was. This was the order that came out in, wasn't it? Yeah. So Phoebe dropped first, then Brant, then Rochia, then Zanny, then Carlotta. So there's no order to things because then Carlotta got more information first, then Rochia. So that evidently the first character that was shown wasn't the first character we got more information on. So we can't say, well, can we? Because like a lot of people like, all right, Carlotta's first. It's like, but is she though? Nothing states in any of the drip marketing that she is first, and we only got a little bit. It's not like we've got extra information to prove it, but it's like I don't know. It's hard to say with Kuro because they're so random with the fucking drip marketing that it's kind of hard to say until we get that confirmation, I guess. But like, I can't argue with what you're saying. No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
was the most anticipated, most popular, coming in at 41,000 likes and 1.1 million
But she's not
views.
though, is she?
Actually,
because I'm using a small type character, she's usually a 4-star. Well, yeah, true. Yeah, but she's a 5-star. I was quite surprised when I saw Rochi was a 5-star. Like when I first saw the little video, I put, like, you can see on my video that I uploaded yesterday. I paused it and I was like, oh, she's a 4-star then. Then to see that on both drip marketing it says 5-star, and I was like, damn, okay. Kind of surprised by that, actually.
Nowhere near as popular globally as she was in Japan and China. They prefer her over Zanny, but
I think Phoebe will have a heavy role
prefers
story-wise,
or
not gonna lie.
Zanny.
Yeah, actually, who do we think will have the biggest roles in this? I think Carlotta, Zanny. Yeah, I think those 4. I think out of all of them, maybe Rochi will probably just get a little companion quest, and she'll be a bit of a throwaway character personally.
Over Carlotta. So very, very interesting difference in terms of popularity and likes between regions. And finally, to end the Wuthering Waves segment, the Game Awards 2024 nominated Wuthering Waves for
the
winning
that, guys?
mobile game.
Who's winning
and they're giving away
best
1,000
mobile game?
Asteroids in appreciation for this. So awesome. There's
Stiff
a free
competition.
or almost a free.
I've got a feeling that Balatro's gonna win it, you know. Because like 90% of the voters is journos, isn't he? I just feel like that's one of those games where they're all gonna be like, oh, we're a little bit more intelligent than the average gamer. See, because this has got that, like, you know, it's got that essence, that aura. That's why.
Free tentpole, like a free, you know.
I want Wue
2/3
to
of
win
tentpole.
though.
Keeping
I feel
on
like that
Kudo
Balatro's gonna
theme
win, and
here,
everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Punishing Grey Raven made the biggest announcement since their debut.
This is huge.
They confirmed Global is going to be synchronized with China. At present, the game versions are a year apart.
I don't feel like Pokemon
So things that are
TCG has
released
done
in China
enough
take a year for us to get.
to give it
By
Game of the Year.
end
Although I like it, I
2025,
play it
the
every
two
day.
versions are going to be fully synchronized. So when China gets an update, so does Global.
My opinion, story-wise,
The
maybe
reason for
Solis,
this is
Phoebe,
currently
Carlotta,
unknown.
Zanny, Bran, Rosia.
It seems as though they're going to be holding 2 events
That's fair,
in
that's fair.
the window that one
yeah,
event
probably,
would typically
yeah.
take place in. So we're going to have a lot of content.
I feel like just looking at Zanny, I feel like Carlotta and Zanny's story are going to be intertwined somehow. If some people are right that they're sisters, or I just think that she's some kind of employee of the Mantelli family. I do, Zanny. I think they're going to be intrinsically linked in their story.
Fully to push through. I don't know if they're going to
Term game
compensate us
journalist
in
is
terms
a
of
subjective
resources
oxymoron.
and currency for pushing
True.
and rushing the content together, but in the grand scheme of things, I think this is highly worthwhile. NetEase in their third quarter 2024 earnings.
I agree, man. I like Phoebe's design. She like screams reverse 1999 to me. She does.
Call confirmed that
I feel like
Project
she
Mugen
has to have a British
is
accent.
pretty much complete. They're finished with it. It's ready to enter a test phase in December.
This is big.
What they are claiming to
Can't
be
wait to see this.
an internal offline test phase.
I've got a real big feeling though that Project Mugen is not going to look anything like the initial trailer that we saw. I feel like there's going to be such a downgrade. It's going to be unbelievable.
To see exactly how close to completion it is, or how well it's received, due to it being complete for all intents and purposes, according to NetEase themselves. This is no doubt in response to Neverness to Everness announcing that they are holding a test phase in December. Given Mugen was announced first, they do not want to fall behind, so they're just banging this out now. They have been silent for about a year.
I ain't got past the level 4 pincer yet. I only just started it. Actually, I've completed all the others. I did a little bit last night, but I was like, I just got back. It was like literally 10 to 8, and the football was on, so I had a quick go, and I was like, yeah, I need to set up better for it.
But apparently they've made quite exemplary progress on the game in that time. Haikyuu Touch the Dream has been released in English for Southeast Asia. No idea what that is, but I mean, it's playable. It's an anime-adapted gacha game, so make of that what you will. Fellow Moon has been confirmed for release in Korea. This release will be happening in 2025. It's going to be published by Garena. Not the biggest fan of them, but it could be much worse. Hitori no Shita, the Outcast,
I think my first go on that 4. I think I only got like
ever, and opened pre-registration for their upcoming test phase.
It was like 1700 or something.
I don't even know what to think looking at the trailer. It's a bunch of dudes in baseball caps. Like, I don't know.
I've said this a lot, just a guy. I said the artwork never does the characters justice in Wuthering Waves. I do think though they've massively improved their the marketing in terms of the characters. when you look back just 6 months ago, the initial images we got, they were great for PGN, you know, being able to take the picture, take out all the background really fast, really easy, and it looked clean. Great for that sort of stuff to be able to make PGNs of the characters, but the splash art looks so much better now as well. But even then,
Infinity Nikki has officially opened up pre-order bundles on the PlayStation 5 in anticipation.
Hear me out. We're gonna stream this one of the days, just for the bands, okay? Just for the bands. That's my excuse anyway. But we're gonna try it out. I think it'll be fun. I showed this to Rosie actually, my missus, and she's actually looking forward to it. I think she's gonna play it when it comes out. It's on PC as well, isn't it?
Of their launch, I think it was December 3rd or December 5th. Looking at their Twitter, it is in fact December 5th. There are a lot of bonuses if you go ahead and pre-order the game. The game will be free upon release for those of you that are interested. Yume Kudo has officially ended service as of the last week, and that is sad to see, but at the same time, like, there was nothing you could do. It just wasn't very popular or profitable. Alba's Path has officially begun their preliminary test phase. It began on the 18th of November and will run through the 24th of November. I'm kind of curious about this because I don't think I'm unlocked the in-game characters.
I don't think I'm unlocked the
even just the character models in general. This looks exactly like Blue Archive, like exactly. So I'm curious to see what happens with this.
Are you gonna play? Are you really?
This is officially launching on the 27th of
Probably
November.
not off stream.
This isn't really something that I'm interested in. It's a Netmarble game, but
for
those of you that are, there you go. Nexon have officially announced a brand new, what they are titling, subculture gacha game titled Project RX. This is, for all intents and purposes, a spin-off of Blue Archive. Similar character models, similar design, similar setting, the same devs that worked on Blue Archive, or that worked on Blue Archive originally, and are now essentially helming this project with a brand new team. This should be very interesting. The characters themselves look very good from what I've seen. And finally, Heaven Burns Red has officially released on Google Play, the Apple App Store, and on PC. For those of you that have been waiting for the years that this has been available as a Japanese exclusive, now is your time to play it. And that is everything that happened in the gacha genre over the course of the last week.
I'm expecting a good story out of these. Some of the combat I saw, turn-based, left a lot to be desired. But the art style in the game's kind of nice, man.
Hopefully you're up to date with everything going on. There was a lot that we had to cover. Hey you!
Alright, cool, sweet. Bit of news. Alright, let's jump into what's it. Get me dailies done. I need asteroids, guys. I need freaking asteroids, man, okay? I think I need that t-shirt now, Neo. I debase myself for asteroids because I'm trying my best to not open my... Well, I'll tell a lie. I did buy one of the £10 bundles yesterday for the 400 asteroids and the is it the 5 forging tides? I did it. Okay, alright. I own up. But I'm trying not to open my my wallets too much. Fucking order Rosie's present from Harrods today, so for real, same, cruising 13k asteroids. Get out of here. Yeah, man, you guys keep coming in chat, man, and like, bro, I'm broke, man. I've only got like 10k asteroids, and I'm like, dude, fuck off. I've got like 70. Just, how many have I got? Hold up. Let me move. I got 65. Alright, you want to see broke? This is broke. Get on my level, chat. Get on my level. Let me have a look where I'm at pity-wise, actually. So I'm getting fucked off with this. 20 pools left. I'm gonna have to go hard pity again, aren't I? I'm gonna have to go hard pity again. 0 impulse control. Yeah, man. That's why I don't play gacha now, bro. I'm way more broke with 5.k asteroid. I'm starting to stack up my I've only got 20, but I'm starting to stack up my standard tides though for when Lumi goes into here, so I can get this dickhead. If that happens, I'm uninstalling. Telling you now. So I'm hoping I can try and get you. This is what I'd like, you know, when we get a bigger roster of characters, we have a 5-star standard banner and a 4-star standard banner, and have it so we have a rate up on the 4 stars, or a rate up, yeah, we'll rate up on a rate up each week, kind of like how Aether Gazer kind of do it. So you could have a 4-star rate up each week, so you got a potential to get a couple of characters more than the others. Maybe I'm tripping. I think it'd be a good idea. Dude, I'm sorry if I had 65 asteroids, I'd quit the game. Not cool, chat, not cool. Why are you bullying me? Ooh, ooh. I ain't got 65 asteroids now, have I? Hey? I ain't got 65 now. That ain't your piping smoky. I got 145 now. Big in the game. You know, I don't mean to flex. Don't mean to flex, but I've almost got 150. Alright, let's go get some echoes. Get me dailies out the way, and we'll maybe do maybe hop into what's it as well, the debt. So I was doing, I died the other day on the debts right before I had to end the stream, trying to do encore. I don't know, I just don't use encore, man.
The
so
lovely smell of loading. Diminish. I engraft you new.
Domain expansion.
Frozen blockade. Bloom from ashes. Don't run. Keep the dance going.
You still got a little bit of work. Still got a little bit of work.
Would you like a fun game between the two of us?
Crit rate's not terrible. Probably one of my better characters on crit rate. Energy regen needs a bit of work. Crit damage is obviously buffed. This is all buffed at the minute, so you need to take this into account. But I think I'm at 112. I think I'm at 112. Wait for the buffs to run off. I think I'm at 112 energy regen. Still not got a sword either. Still not fully built. We need echoes could do with a little bit of work. Definitely could do with getting some more crit damage, that's for sure. She's not terrible, but she's far from great, you know?
Crafting, suffer.
It's good, isn't he? I like her as well. Okay,
Would you like a fun game between the two of us?
Wait, I got my energy regen. Oh, really? Or is that still buffed? I think that's still buffed, yeah. Pretty sure I don't think I have 127. We're at 112. Actually, no, I think I did.
Lovely smell of
no.
all
I'll have a look
my...
That's why Shorekeeper's clutch for me, man. I'm a little bit lazy with my echoes then, you know what I mean?
I engraft you new.
That 40%. Rock and roll, baby.
Stay behind like frigid death.
Need some echoes. Thank you.
Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers, and planets of fun. Crimson blossom, sprout.
We ain't beating the allegations with that one.
Lotus pervade.
I've noticed I get that sometimes. I don't know if it's just me. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know if it's an input delay or an input stack issue or what. Like the heavy sometimes after coming off carry to switch. Don't register to like re-input it. I don't know if it's a me problem. I don't get it. Just a guy, the English VA, in my opinion, killed it, especially in a quest. She absolutely smashed it out the park, in my opinion. I think she did a really good job with it. I do. One of the best,
the lovely smell
some of the best work in the game, which, granted, I know, isn't saying the most because it's one of the weak parts of the other ways. But yeah, man, big agree.
Stay behind. Shackles be gone.
The soul is mine. Right. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Spend our waypoints. We're gonna let's go do some tacit fields actually because I need echo mats as well. What should I do though? I don't have to do some fusion stuff. Do we start prepping, getting extra yeah, man, I think I did a really good job, I do. Really good job.
I should try to smile more, you say? Like this?
Yeah, you moody cow. Lingering tunes will become more useful. Thinking, do you think Zanny could be the guy? Be that guy?
I engraft you new. Terminate. Worry not.
Stay behind. Frozen blockade.
Reborn from ancient roots. Feed my blossoms. Self-deceivers.
The jiggles, bro. The jiggles.
The lovely smell of all my prey. Crimson blossom. Ordained.
Ordained.
Astral modulation.
Oh, the way she says that.
Stay behind. Like frigid death. Caution is advised.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love this as well. Great quality of life option. Means you don't have to spend half amount of time getting about with things like asset fields. But like energy regen's gonna probably be quite useful for what's his face? Brandt. I'm still thinking he's fusion. I'm gonna die on that hill. Till they tell me otherwise.
Caution is advised.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the gameplay progression in regards to animations, because this is one thing I'll say about like PGR and Aether Gazer are two perfect examples of that for me. That's one thing that I feel like Genshin fails a little bit on. Now, there's been improvement in some regards, and definitely some stuff looks flashier, and some of the characters look better. But there's a lot of reused animation, especially on Claymores. But when it comes to PGR and Aether Gazer, the animation progression, the gameplay progression since launch to where they're at now, it's insane. Like, the creep in animations has been ridiculous, and we're already starting to see it in Wuthering Waves, so, like, yeah, I'm excited about that as well. I think we're going to see some pretty nice stuff. Been fighting the Crownless boss for so long.
In war with time.
Stay behind me, like frigid death.
What are you building?
Reborn from ancient roots.
What are you prepping?
Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers. Let's have fun. Crafting, suffer. Let's have fun. Don't run. Keep the dance going.
Stay behind frozen blockade. Not worth
Hey, not cool, bro.
I am off to you.
Blocking my attacks, dude.
Stay behind me. Lotus pervade.
Bloom from ashen shell.
Oh, fuck, I'm my rotation.
Let's have fun.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. What you got for me? Trash. 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 Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've noticed you always seem to get good ones out of the guidebook. Is that just me? I must feel like the decent ones. Let's go. How many we got now? Was it 5 or 6, is it? They're gonna make me wish Camellia came out way later though. Would be interesting, like, instead of going the Genshin way, if there's something like you reach S6, you unlock like a version 2.0. Of course, it's risky, maybe might contrast a bit with free to play unless it's just cosmetic wise to improve animations. Yeah, I think you gotta play a fine line with that, ain't you? Like, you know what I mean? You know, if you lean into potential mechanics that are behind Resonance Chain stuff. Yeah, for me, I don't know, man. I feel like maybe like I was talking about before, like potentially bringing in type of afflictions that could add in new mechanics for older characters in a way. And that way everybody'd have access to it as well. I don't know exactly how that'd work though, if I'm honest. Nice. One to spare. Come on. Give me a good one. Give me a good one. That one. Trash. Alright, we're flush, boys. This is the one. This is the one. It's gonna happen. We're just gonna spend this last one here, and then we can just start stacking for Yinling. And then if we have to open our wallet for a weapon, okay. Because that's all we have to. After this weapon, all we want is Yinling's weapon, and then we're good to sit back and wait till 2.0. I've got the hiccups, I do apologise. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm going hard pity again, aren't I? I'm going all the way to hard pity again. Fuck, bro. I just can't catch a break. Let me have a look where I'm at in Pincer, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, so I have unlocked that then. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, so I did get 1700. Yeah, so we've got to work on that, because what's the max asteroids? Serenity. 4. Okay, so I have to get another 300 to get the asteroids, but to complete it we need another 1,000 basically. We're quite far off at the minute. To be fair though, the team of Ram was kind of fucked. We've done all the others though. It's pretty much around the same points for everyone, isn't it? Oh, it's 2,700 for all of them, isn't it? Okay. So up to 5,000 for asteroids. Obviously we want to finish them, but I'm just looking at, you know, worst comes to worst, if you're not playing the game enough, at least go for the asteroids anyway. Okay. Can we do the rest of this now then? I can't do that yet. Oh, I could just challenge these again. Complete the Dreamscape Odyssey Never Ending Inferno. Am I literally waiting for... Am I time gated at the minute then? Am I missing something that I haven't completed? I still need to do Encore's, Was it because I need to do this? Or will this just take me back? Does that just take me back to, Let's talk to Encore as well as the optional thing. Yeah, I think I need to do the When the Night Knocks, yeah. Is that what I need to do? Damn, still need a month of Rinascita. Man, we're fucking my asteroids, man. I need a year. Nah, I still ain't done it yet. What's going on, Fallen Dark? Feels like 1 year to me. I need that year, I do. 2 seconds, chat. I'm just gonna quickly make myself a cup of tea, man. I'm parched.
How do you like this flower?
Just not to I didn't go to the bathroom. Tea. Gotta beat a good cup of tea. Trying to tell you I was having a shit.
Are you ready for Encore's news story?
Oh, well, okay. What was this? Will this actually start the...
A long, long time ago, there was a cloud kingdom where the amazing warrior... Then she met you.
That's what I'm trying to get there, man.
Cosmos,
the weapon.
Prince Cloudy, and many more new friends. Together, they defeated the Dark Cloud Demon.
You know what? Like, I think even if I was in the position to wail, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. I think the only time I'd ever wail in a gacha game, personally, because like I'm a light spender. I mean light spender. I buy the podcast every month and I buy the Lunite Pass, and I've probably spent, man, I bought the 50 quid one and the 30. Was it 30 quid one? Say like 80 quid in the shop on the Lunite bundles, like. Let's say 100 quid altogether in regards to currency. So, I don't know, say every month we spent 15, let's say 175 quid roundabout in the entirety of the game, which is a light spending. There's some people who will spend that more, twice as much, 3 times as much on a character, aren't they? So I'm definitely a light spender. But I think the only time I'd ever think about whaling was if I was getting, you know, making that much views from my content where it was like, okay, this is like a business decision. I'll whale because it's, you know, I'm going to make it back on videos kind of thing. But even then, like,
You're
I don't know.
in the story this time. That makes a big difference. I'll tell you a new story next time.
I did like her
Don't you worry about
Somnar
that.
mission though. That was cool. Yeah, same for me. Shorekeeper and Camilla I really wanted. Like, Camilla, I've been waiting for her since we saw her in the game. I was gutted I lost my 50-50 to Gigi. Then I got my guarantee and I was like, you know what? That's going into Shorekeeper, man.
You.
Don't care. It's happening.
That person. He's awake. Black Cat. He's formidable. My power. Limited again. Stop him, Dreamwalker. So tired.
Lazy
Must
kitty.
Rest.
Stroke the kitty. Stroke the kitty.
The cat's weaker than last time. What's worse, the gatekeeper said the expansion is accelerating. I have to stop it before it's too late.
I still think what's its work could do a voice actor could do a little bit of work. Okay, so now we can do it. Okay, cool. I just had to do that, yeah. Because I was wondering, why the fuck can't I go on to the next quest? I need to initiate it by talking to her. Or the cat, sorry. Yeah, I won my 50-50 on Camilla, then I lost. No wait. No, I won my 50-50. No, I had a guarantee on Shorekeeper. I got a S1. Then lost my 50-50 to Verena, and then I got a S2.
We need you to
And
infiltrate
I've
the
got a
Blue
copy of
Panel
Camilla,
and
yeah.
get their latest transaction records. Remember, don't get caught, or they'll destroy the evidence.
Are we sneaking? Are we sneaking?
Infiltration. I'll need to suit up right. Gotta sever communications at their camp first. Can't have them calling for backup.
Oh, defeat the enemies. Oh, okay. It'd be cool if you actually did get to suit up in a
Zach
suit.
string? Leave it.
Yeah, I'm a lame. Turn off the communications device. See that? Just saying, you know? I don't know if everybody would have been able to figure that out. You know?
This outfit should do the trick.
Just waiting for Carlotta to come home. I hope Carlotta's good, like, because I'm not a fan of ranged characters in the game, if I'm honest. They just don't do it for me. So, like, the fact that she's a 5-star premium range character, I'm just hoping that they've managed to make the combat intriguing for me. So I'm looking forward to Brandt as well, if he's going to be this dual.
That's their hideout.
Melee.
Time to find a discreet spot to
range
change.
character. It's just bait. Let's go get changed. Get the suit on. Oh no, we're just gonna look like one of them. Oh, it'd have been cool if it. Yo, this exile's caked up, man. Bro's sped up now. We've come by, showing off. She's not impressed, bro. She's not impressed, little bro.
This is it. Need to send it back ASAP. Better
Yeah, I agree with that.
Outfit in case I run into the guards.
What's the game that does that? I don't know if Terra Fantasy does a lot of that. Yeah, I agree. A lot of gacha games tend to do that. It's definitely a cost-cutting thing that is not having to create animations for what are they called? The transition animations or whatever they are. The characters go from doing a thing to like sitting down, picking something up or whatever it might be, grabbing a thing, actually interacting with the stuff like. Bro's got negative riz.
Hey, what's that you're holding? Open it. We need to check what's inside. We've had reports about exiles conducting illegal business recently.
Red Eagle needs this. I can't let them search the box. I confess, sir, this is proof of their crimes. I can't stand their dirty deeds anymore, so I'm taking this to the Public Security Bureau myself. If you don't trust me, you can come along.
Well, it's good that you want to bring him to justice.
Yinlina.
All right, I'll escort her to the bureau. Dude. The rest of you, resume your duties.
What happened? Huh? Why are they all lying on the ground? No injuries.
The shit out of them?
Looks like they just passed out. They'll wake at any moment. I need to get the evidence back to him. This place.
Need to do the powerful pose.
I need to be on my guard.
Oh shit, somebody did an intro for Wuthering Waves to the Purple Girls. It's fucking fire. I love this area. I hope we get to explore something like this in the future, in reality. Is it Scott?
I've told you before not to come barging in here.
Guess not.
Something unexpected happened during the mission. This'll be safer with you.
What's this? You attacked the patrollers? For this? You've been fooled. I never gave you such an order.
Oh shit.
Can't you spot a fake transmission? You've
Obviously
disappointed me, Yinlin.
Was the intel false? Or did someone impersonate him when they contacted me? Blaming me won't make any difference. I need to get to the bottom of this. Give me some time. I'll figure it out.
What's going on, Leah? Welcome to the stream. How are you? Yeah, I agree with that, just a guy. I agree with that as well, to be fair. PGR's made me incredibly confident in the future of Kuro. And just how they've reacted with this game as well, the transparency, reaction, you know, they're trying to listen. And just as well, you just... Maybe I'm a simp, maybe I'm naive. I just feel like Kuro are those type of devs where, obviously they want to make money. Let's not pretend they don't. Everybody is going to work for a reason, to put food on the table, to provide for the family. But I feel like they want to make, as long as they break even enough to do that sort of stuff, they just want to make a product that the fan base enjoys. That's a really rare thing nowadays, you know? And understandably so. Like, at the end of the day, profit's your number one aim in the game, isn't it? But I love that they're really interested in making something that the fan base, you know, are happy about, can be proud of, they can be proud of. Whereas, like, you know, a lot of developers nowadays, that doesn't matter to them at all. Can I go in there? I've got to give him props for that. I have 100 bucks allocated to Kuro every month. Nice. Yeah, I might start doing that next year. Like, loads of bills I've got to pay at the minute. Like, I'm still like spending, like, but I might get to the point where, like, I actually do something like that myself. Actually, I've like a monthly thing that I set aside. It's like, right, you know, this is for my my pools and such. Save myself a good 100 quid a month at the minute. At the minute anyway, because I had 2 gym memberships because I'm an idiot. And the second gym I just don't use. Rose doesn't use it either as well, so like we both cancelled those memberships. Okay, I'd say, man, I could have come in this way. Really, save 100 quid a month. Yeah, I'm looking to get a new car next year as well, so I'm trying to be good with money at the minute. Trying to be, anyway. The new Kuro bill, right?
I've been waiting for you, Yinlin.
You?
Oh, it's
Why
him.
are you here?
You were once part of the Seance Society, until you betrayed me. Now, answer me. Who are you?
Nobody.
That's right, Yinlin. That's who you are. And you don't belong anywhere.
Yinlin's so fine.
No one will ever accept you or see your worth. You're nothing.
I'm nobody.
Your thoughts drift back to before this quest began. Okay, that's too quick for me, bro.
Yinlin, do you copy? Got an emergency for you to handle.
Yes, I did. I agree with a lot of stuff you said in that, actually. Like, I do think the storytelling dropped off hard in Star Rail. Like, I'll stop playing in
don't get caught, or they'll destroy the evidence.
What is this? Time's rewound to the start of the mission.
Like, I agree as well. Bellabog was peak.
That's me. No, I have to stop this. How can any of this be possible?
Oh shit, have I got to stop me? Spider-Man meme.
Yeah.
Is he having a poo? Just before you can stop yourself, a blade intercepts one of your filaments.
Yinlin, calm down. No, everything's fine. He's the mole in the Public Security Bureau. You did nothing wrong. No, you knew it all along. Just not in this
It's
place.
so weird to see one of the other resonators doing this.
You caught the mole and put an end to the Blue Camel's dealings. As for the patrollers, you never attacked them.
Yeah, the yapping's ridiculous in Star Rail. Ridiculous. Like when he started bringing out the receipts for the time he spent playing and the yapping and the cutscenes and how much characters that man had played a part, it was just like, damn man, dude has gone in deep here. Like I was a massive fan of Star Rail, personally. Like I like Genshin, and then Genshin got me into Star Rail, and I started to prefer Star Rail. I thought the story was better, the characters were better, the story was told in a better way, in a sense, because I hated Paimon. I hated that she was like your voice in essence, you know what I mean? She was a vehicle for telling the Traveler's story. I preferred the dynamic that you had with the Trailblazer crew, and through Bellabog, awesome. The Lofu was decent as well, but then Penacony, man, he just like, I just couldn't get down with it, and it's really, and I think it's just a thing that will happen to any turn-based gacha game. That'll become a game of have and have nots, and power creep will be, whether it's artificial power creep, in regards to it being like a gimmick of the month, let's say, a gimmick of the patch, in regards to the simulated universe or whatever, and the endgame content, or its actual power creep. I just feel like it's a game of haves and have-nots. It's either you clear content super easy because you've got the right characters, or it's just such a pain in the arse to do. You know what I mean? And I didn't like that about it. And I know that's a trap that a lot of gacha games fall into. But I think it was exacerbated by the fact of it being turn-based. And I love turn-based games, but it's so much harder when you've got no skill expression in a game to not let balance run away with things, hasn't it, at the end of the day? Because it's all about your team. It doesn't matter what you're doing, you know, really. Obviously I know you can make mistakes, but it's, you know what I mean, it's all about your setup, really. You're not, you know, the freedom in terms of your skill expressions just not there in a turn-based game, is it? It's just about knowing the game, how it works, really.
No, you've always been cautious. You're just too afraid of making mistakes. That's why you dream these things. You've only ever had yourself to rely on. But still,
yeah, I agree, just about, yeah.
Think about that question again. Who are you?
It's like I say, I'm totally cool with a main character dying in the game. People will be like, well, what happens if you've got the character in your team? It's like, well, they're staying in your team. Obviously, you've pulled for the character. But, people are like, well, that breaks the immersion. It's like, come on, man, you know, like, it's there's a lot of things in gacha games that can break the immersion. I think I could deal with a character dying and having impact, and the character still being in the roster and being usable. Or if they wanted to, they could build up an NPC in the game, you know, and build up a couple of NPCs, actually, so it's not obvious, because I think if they just did one, people would start to catch on and be like, wait a minute, what's happening here? You know, it'd be a bit too much foreshadowing. But I think if a couple of NPCs in the game became reoccurring characters that mattered and we cared about, and then they got offed and it was final, they were done, they were gone, I think that would be interesting. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I've got my issues with the storytelling in Wuthering Waves, and it's not so much it's not the storytelling, actually, or the story itself. I think just I want more interpersonal relationships between some of the other resonators. I wouldn't mind if they were brave enough to maybe have a patch, but maybe even the entirety of the patch doesn't really focus around Rover at all. You know, we're doing quest lines that's about some other characters, and it's solely about them. You know, like 3 or 4 of the characters, and they're the main focus, and maybe we see Rover about a little bit, but really not at all. I'd be cool with something like that, I would. Because, like, for me, some of the best parts of this game have been the companion quests. I think that's where it's been the strongest in the storytelling, and it's because Rover hasn't really played so much of a big part. Because I think at the end of the day, Rover as a plot device is interesting. What the Rover is and what the Rover could potentially come or has been is interesting, and I want to find out about that. But I think as a character, the Rover's kind of boring. I don't find her interesting, and it's not because it's an uninteresting character, it's because we don't get much of it, do we? You know, I think some of the other characters are far more interesting. I'd like to spend, and I hope some characters come back as well. One of my issues is beyond like the companion quest, characters don't return again, apart from maybe like Yang Yang and Xia, and even then it's kind of just to turn up at the end of stuff to be like, oh wow, congratulations on finishing it up, like, you know what I mean? And I know we're getting to see the characters a little bit like this in these Dreamscape stuff, but I want to see characters come back again. Like, with Camellia has to happen. And I want to see it with other characters, but like, we heard about Petalful Village. You know, that shit sounded like that was dark. And we could see some really interesting stuff with Camellia in future. And I want him to go back to that. I think that's unfinished business that we need to go back to. Whether we actually go there at some point in the game and it gets brought up again. But yeah, I'd like to see characters be reoccurring, because at the minute they feel like guest stars on an episode. You know, like programs back in the day. I don't know, whether it's Star Trek or whatever. And there'd be like a guest star of that episode. And they'd never come back. But there was the guest star of that episode. That's kind of what the residents, the Resonators feel like in this game. They feel like guest stars almost. And I want them to be a bit more than that. Because there's some really cool characters. You know, like, I want to spend more time with Yinlin. I want to see Yinlin doing spy type missions. You know, I want to see her dressed as a suit, infiltrating areas. I want to see Cal Charo doing mercenary shit, you know, like some dark shit, murdering some people or whatever. I'm here for that. What's going on, Tanaka? Yes, yeah. I was gonna say, if you ain't got notifications on, YouTube will be a bit watsy. Even if notifications are on, dude, YouTube can be dodgy. We could see characters following along instead of being stuck in their own regions. Camellia, yeah, exactly, yeah. It makes it feel a bit more alive, doesn't it, like? Rather than the world's only alive when Rover's around. More that Rover's a part of this interesting world than the world's, you know, just an extension of Rover.
You're nothing, Yin-Lin. Your stuff.
Enough talking, Dollmaker. You've lost yourself.
Still one of the top tier ults in the game, though, in terms of animations. Come on. Come on.
No mercy.
What's this? Oh shit.
Resonance.
I forgot about the Dreamling shit.
Get lost. Zap string. It's our curtain call.
Doesn't sound like a good bargain.
The end has come.
You betrayed the patrollers. You betrayed me. Who would ever trust you after
dust. I know who I am. I have my own path to walk. I've had enough. Get lost. Zap string. It's our curtain call. Cleave it.
Ooh, that's okay.
Your time is over. I've had enough.
Oh, cool.
Get lost.
The hour is upon us.
I am your true mother. Back off.
Crush them.
I like the fact we got little ads. Let's go. Again, we're getting closer and closer to all the components of dungeons being in the game. Make it happen, Kuro.
Your time is over.
Because I was saying that I'd like something like that in the game, in a dungeon. You get to the end and there's a boss, hologram type fight that's got mechanics as well, potentially, maybe like ads and stuff as well. Yinlin with Colossus is both of them. Yeah, just as long as we got more. Because like sometimes it feels like outside of interacting with the Rover, the characters don't interact with each other. Which makes sense to a degree, because like, you know, Lumi doesn't know Xia and Yang Yang, and Sheji doesn't know Encore, as far as I'm aware. But it'd still be cool to see them, you know, would be cool to go off on an adventure as another character and meet up with
My
others.
priority is making sure justice is served.
I would be here for that.
When I found myself in doubt, you helped me find myself again.
Like, just imagine if we had a quest, right? Because, like, she's, like, part of the Justice Bureau, does all of this, like, you know, infiltration and stuff. Imagine her infiltrating, Calculator's group. That'd be fucking sick. You know what I mean? And fighting alongside, Cal Charrow, maybe planning to take him down, but then realises that, oh, okay, maybe I don't want to take him down, and I don't know. I'm thinking too deep into it, but I still think that'd be kind of cool.
I like knowing someone has faith in me.
Alright, let's walk to Yinling. Speak to Kitty.
Hey, I can talk again. Power grows. Strong enough to fight him. Next time, I will talk even better.
I feel both are mean.
Help me. Too much sleep. This is the last time.
I feel like whoever did the voice acting for Metaphor as well has done a really good job. Fog actually looks decent as well. It's not volumetric fog, but it looks pretty decent. Yes, I need to get through these, man. We got plenty of time. We still got 35 days. We've got plenty of time to do this. Okay, that's all right. Plenty of asteroids to get as well. See, I need to start doing this to get me asteroids, don't I? We got some more rift run and stuff, yeah. And we got 200 dream shards now. So I need 400 for that. Okay. Let's do one of these then. Oh, is that just for people who haven't done it? I was going to say, I've done that. I mean, if Rinascita is a lot of secret society, like behind-the-scene type dark story, if I were the Rover, Yinling would be the first I'd call. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's a great example. I agree with that. You know, if you need to look behind the curtain, so to speak, why wouldn't you get the spy involved? Yeah, agree. You know, it's a perfect way to bring characters back, isn't it? The Rover, and that way as well, it wouldn't make the Rover feel so flat, because, like, you know, she'd go to turn up to do something, and the Rover's a badass still, you know, there's no denying the Rover's a badass, but because of her memory loss, or just because she doesn't have that certain set of skills, she gets to a certain situation, it's like, shit, I need Gian to help me get through this, or, you know, I need, like, you know, Camilla needs to come and give us a hand, like you say. Yinling here would be the perfect person to come and help us, or whoever it might be, for like the particular job at hand. Yeah, I agree with that. I like that idea actually.
The lovely smell of all my prey.
Quite like these events, man. I'm gonna get more of the shit, nearly. More of the 2D platforming stuff as well in future. I kind of like that as well. Sonic up in this shit. That's good, that was instant. I thought I was going to overshoot that then.
The lovely smell of all my prey.
Like, man, just imagine doing this. I feel like that'd be a mindful. If you did this event, yeah, and then went straight back onto Genshin after playing this particular event. Way to give yourself a head fuck. Yeah, it also makes sense. Exactly, yeah, be a good thing. It could be a cool mechanic that could add into the game, like for a bonding thing as well, couldn't they? About gross story-wise, we think characters relying on each other and assuming they're not scared, it wouldn't hurt. Exactly, yeah. I think that's a perfect idea, actually. I agree with that. It would generate that, like... It'd make the characters feel more fleshed out as well. And it'd make Rover seem less of a Mary Sue also, which I know she is. And that's kind of what she's supposed to be. She's a self-insert Mary Sue. But at the same time, it would be nice that it's like, oh, shit. I do need to call on friends here. I think it'd make things better as well, you know, because they seem to like the power of friendship. So why not actually make friendship have a power, in that together we'll get through it, kind of thing. Oh, no, I've still got to the last one. And I need to. Not only do I need to the last one, I need to. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. I need to get to another 1,000 on this one as well. I only had one go at this one though. It was right before the football came on, so I didn't have a proper go at it. But yeah, I'm still off on that one. So we go to 1,200 dream shards, yeah. Okay. I don't want to start that just yet because it is 4:10 now. We'll do that tomorrow. Bro. I'm so tempted to open up the wallet. Like, where are we now? $61. So max 19 pulls. Okay. Oh, bro. All the way, man. Hard pity incoming. I feel it.
The lovely smell of all my loading. In war with time. Diminish.
Stay behind me. Lotus pervade.
Bloom from ashen shell. Don't run. Keep the dance going.
Wouldn't it be cool if, like, characters like Sanua and that? Because, like, we've got the freezing mechanic in the game. Like I was talking about afflictions. We could add that. And, like, you know, I feel like characters like her should be immune to that as well. Maybe fusion characters are or something. I don't know, extra complexity to fights. In terms of a defensive narrative, like. You know, not just from the offensive point of view. Let me have a look actually here, because
I should try to smile more, you say?
I need to get. Oh, that was it. That was her energy regen was at 212. My bad. So hers is 127.
Like
yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Between
when I was thinking of this 127, and I was saying I thought her energy regen was 112.
I should try to smile more.
I was thinking of Sanhua because I've got hers at 212. So I want to get that up a little bit more actually. Because really, I don't care about anything else with it. Obviously, it's nice to have a bit of crit damage and crit rate, but everything else, it's all about energy regen. She used to come on field to buff Camellia and get off as quick as possible. So I could do with getting that energy regen up just a little bit more, if I'm honest. Still need to max hers out. Let's have a look. Bum 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 bum. Oh no, I know. But being able to get through your rotation as quick as possible, get your concerto up fast, doesn't it? So you know, it's a real good. I think it's the best way to get yourself in and out. Who was my favourite version 1 character before we moved to 2.0? Jinsei. Yeah, that's all my thought processes really. Is you know, getting that ult popped straight through her abilities, quick as I can. My thing what I usually like to do is off her intro. If the ult's ready to go, pop her ult, bang. You know, heavy attack, skill, heavy attack, Bellborn, chill on, and then usually, unless I fuck up a little bit, we can go straight into Camellia then. When I saw Carlotta, I was wondering why I like her so much. Turns out she's Camellia's big sis. The design comes... Yes, yeah, it's the old Chun design. Because originally, when we saw Chun, who is Camellia now, like, if you looked at her attacks, her vine attacks are, like, different. They almost didn't look like vines. They almost look like worms. Like, they're, like, shot off and, like, went underground. If you look at the one little animation they had with her. Jinsei carried my account hard since 1.1. Finished most of the endgame content with the Magistrate. Yeah, Jinsei's powerful. Especially if you've got copies of her. Like say, like, although I've only got, she's, I ain't got any copies of her at all. Like, literally, when she's, S6.
But may I pray for anything specific
Resistance
for you?
is just don't
It
mean
would
shit.
be my honor.
You know? But I've still got work, come on, I need to build her up a little bit, like, I'm still, did I switch to Juhei now? No, I'm still running the morning eggs. Like, I've still got, like, plenty of echo. I'm lazy, though, when it comes to the echoes, man. That's why Shawkeeper was perfect for me. You know what I mean? Because, like, getting that 40% on a second resonance chain and getting the 150% range and the healing buffs extended as well, and then getting the duration extended by 10%. I was like, yes. It allows me to be even more lazy with my echoes now. It's literally just because I ain't been arsed to build up a good Juhei. Honestly, that's all it is. I'm lazy with echo farming, man. Like, I've got plenty of them to switch over, but I might even have some that are built, actually. I don't know. Let's have a look. I have, yeah. What's it in here? Well, crit rate attack, energy regen attack, crit damage, basic attack damage bonus, and HP. Come on, for that defense, that want to be decent. Resonant skill damage bonus actually is really good as well. I might switch over to that one, actually. Not the worst crit rate roll, it's not the best though. Energy regen's alright. So that's 7.5 on the crit rate. I need to build. I need to build. So I might switch on to this one. For the resonant skill, damage bonus, crit rate, energy regen. Always got to get a defense in there, man. Yeah, I know. I've just been fucking lazy, like I say, super lazy. Been having no issues with that. I might actually switch it up just for the pincer actually though. I'm thinking about just running Jian, my second team. How many tuners? I got plenty of tuners. Who remembers the days when tuners were the bottleneck? Now it's fucking XP, man. Fucking XP mats are the problem.
Would you like?
I don't know, in the thousands if when I last checked. I always forget which ones they're in now. What are they in? Okay, yeah. 4.5k. Lots. Lots and lots. You don't even have 10 tuners. What? That's why I spent the last few days doing what do you call it?
Would you like a fun game? May I pray for anything specific for you? It would be my honor.
What's it called? Passive fields, that's it. Couldn't think of then. Specifically to get myself some extra XP mats. Just burn through them so quick, man. Doing a couple of Man, I can't believe you not even got 10 tuners. Shit. For me, that just in a bottleneck now. It's just my XP. This is what gets burned through when I decide to do some rolls. And the game loves to give me fucking defense percent and then flat defense because it fucking hates me. Constantly. Constantly. You want to do a quick damage Juhai? Alright, let's do it. I'm down. I'm down. Down. I'm just gonna... Oh, it's locked anyway. Alright, let's have a look at this one then. It's upgrade. What's the bet? Alright. First one will be alright, I bet. First one will be alright. And then we'll, like, drop defense percent and flat defense. And feel it. Just happens. Alright, okay. Double crit damage. Alright. What are you gonna give me? Defense. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Give me a crit rate. Give me a crit rate. Ah, HP. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world, boy. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. We're on 12.6 and 6. Oh, let's see if we can get a. We need a better watch it down, man. We need a better watch it here. We get a boost in that rate. We get a boost in that rate. That's what we need. Heavy attack damage bonus. We're like 3 out of 5. I might switch it over though, actually. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I have terrible luck when it comes to I think the character I've had the best luck with watches because I specifically wanted them. Was on her because I just wanted energy regen across the board as much as possible, and they were pretty much my first rolls as well. And that was one time when he was like, right, that's exactly what I wanted, and I got it. Game fucking hates me when it comes to echoes, I'm telling you. Alright, fuck it, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Alright. It's Gamba. It's Gamba. Alright, let's do another crit damage. Then we might do a crit rate as well. Okay. Double damage again. That means it has to be shit now. It has to be shit now. Alright, fuck you. Which was the one we just did? This is the one we just done, yeah? Yeah, that's one, yeah. Alright, let's have a look. What's it now? 192, 81, yeah? 2k. I'm losing attack. Yeah, man, I need to get that placebo effect off that morning eggs, man. I'm telling you. Straight up. Hold up. Was that other one? What do we actually have on this? Crit rate, energy region attack, crit damage. And that double crit damage up, bro. I think you know what I'm going to do as well? I'm going to drop the Spectro on this, I think. Rest incineration, I'll go on this as well, yeah. Yeah, we'll have a fiddle with them. I think that's what we might do tomorrow, you know. We might spend a little bit of time. Actually, we might spend a little bit of time on Echoes. If I can force myself to do it. I hate playing with Echoes, I do.
Would you like a fun
I love the
game
Echo system, but...
between the two of us?
Yeah. I do, man. I get kind of get kind of annoyed.
Like this?
What's he doing? Oh, fuck it. I was speaking about this before. I actually made a video talking about this, where I'd like the idea of having a consumable that you can use once on one Echo, where you can change a substat. So, like, say if you've got so much trash like defense, you can just switch it out. And I even made a video where I was talking about potentially implementing actual mechanics to shinies. When we got shinies across the board, where I think one of the ideas I was saying was potential to choose out to switch out to main stat, potential to switch out substat, or even having the a synchronization when it came to shiny. So say you get a shiny, you level it up to 25, right? You think, right, sweet, okay, you get another shiny, you level that up to 25, you put them together, you synchronize them, and you get a buff on your main stats, okay? Then you get another 20 maxed out 25 shiny, and then you synchronize them again, and then this time you get a buff on your substats, but you lose your 5th substat. So you're losing a substat, but you're gaining across the board buffs on all of the rest of the stats. But yeah, I think just simply having a consumable that'll let you re-roll a substat would be great, man. I think the game needs you. But yeah, we'll do some wattage tomorrow. Actually, we'll do some. Well, we probably only got a chance to fight him once, actually. Oh shit. You know, where's your boy?
Should you find yourself lost, follow the banner of the Qinglong.
It's not the team we should be
My
using.
turn already.
Use her. That missions made me want to use her. So yeah, tomorrow we'll do some substat rolls at it. We try and build out some echoes, get some echoes sorted. Maybe farm some tacit fields as well. We'll use a solvent, fuck you. See, like, I suppose a substat crafter, but I'm more thinking just literally like a consumable that it gets used and you can only use it once on an echo, and you can just choose one of the substats to re-roll, or a selector, you know, where you could be like, right, I want to fuck defense off and I want to get, you know, but you can just do it once. So you're not going to be able to get the perfect god roll, but you're going to be able to be like, shit, I don't need defense. Let me try and take my luck, and I'll try to go for crit rate and see what you get on crit rate like.
Leave it to me.
You know what I mean? No, I feel like some sort of ability to re-roll a substat's gotta happen at some point, right?
I am grafted in you.
Tear them to pieces. Time to wrap it up. My field.
Ready for battle. Unstoppable. Stay sharp.
Ordained.
Wait, what?
Terminate astral modulation.
Is he just not there because we switch fights?
Tear the nuclear. My fear that I've been that's the state I've had enough. Get lost.
You're wide open. Fear no more.
What the fuck was I doing then? 70 crit rate, 240, 260 CD would be ideal for characters. That's pretty tough to get those stats. Yeah, I think on average, man, my crit rate's trash across the board for most characters. I think it might be the worst on G actually, if I'm honest. Again, I really need to do some echo building. I really do. Emergency still miss a crit with 72, 68. Bottom of. I'm pretty sure Jinxie was still not crit with 100% crit rate.
The battlefield is dynamic. Do not let your guard down.
Get on my level, clear content with 44% crit rate. I'm just too lazy, man, when it comes to my echoes. That's why fucking Shorekeeper's great. You know what I mean? That 25% and that 40%. Boom. Who needs stats then? You know? She just comes in and... Oh, shit. I didn't even know I didn't get that. Acts as a stat stick.
Wouldn't hurt to be more prepared.
Right? Alright, and guys, I'm going to have to call it there, though, man. I got to go and get the missus from work. I do appreciate you all coming out. But yeah, tomorrow, I think that's what we'll do a little bit of. We'll do some tacit fills, maybe spend some solvents a little bit. And we'll have a look at trying to improve... Maybe we'll look at getting a little bit more on Jinxie. We'll definitely look at sorting out some crit rate on your boy.
The battlefield is dynamic. Do not let your guard down.
May I pray for anything specific for you?
You know, try and get this damage up. Our crit rate's like not terrible. Definitely try and get this crit damage up though.
The battlefield is dynamic. Do not let your guard down.
You know, don't even matter if we've got 257 crit damage because no fucking point is there.
Understood. I am here.
But do we get a crit rate up though, really? Even though, like, you know, we're all just about but that crit rate would help us.
Would you like
she needs overall.
Between the two of
I think
us?
everything's like too pushed into basic a little bit, which is good, but yeah, we definitely need to improve Camille's as well. Yeah, I think tomorrow then we'll probably work on trying to get his crit rate up. And maybe work on doing a bit on Camilla as well. And a little bit on Jinxie. We'll try and work on those three. But anyway, guys, appreciate you, man. Thank you very much for stopping by. If you haven't already, like the stream if you're watching it on YouTube. Check out my video I uploaded today as well. It's very much appreciated. I hope you all have a great day. I might be back later. If not, I'll see you all in the morrow. Okay, appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Good on.